off this right.
All right. Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Backroads Broadcasting. We're glad that you could join us tonight as the Rock Creek Mustangs take on the Council Grove Braves in this girls basketball matchup.
It's a great night for basketball here, Tyler. These are two teams that know each other well, and anytime Rock Creek and Council Grove get together, you can expect a physical, competitive game from the start.
Absolutely. Both teams coming to tonight's game understanding how important league games like this are, not just in the standings, but for confidence and momentum as we move through the season.
Well, what stands out to me, Tyler, is these teams win games in very different ways. Rock Creek relies heavily on structure, discipline, and team defense, while Council Grove brings toughness, pressure, and willingness to grind things out.
Yeah, that's certainly a contrast in styles, which usually makes for a really entertaining game. And Rock Creek really wants to be efficient and under control, while Council Grove wants to make things uncomfortable.
And whichever team is able to detect the style early usually has an advantage as the game goes on.
Absolutely. So let's start with Rock Creek and their matchup breakdown. So this is a team that prides itself on doing the little things right. They don't beat themselves. They communicate well on defense, and they're comfortable playing close games.
Right, and when Rock Creek is at its best, you see five players connected on both ends of the floor. They rotate defensively, move the ball offensively, and they're patient.
Yeah, and on the other side, Council Grove is a team that wants you to speed things up just enough to force mistakes. They're aggressive defensively, and they don't shy away from physical play.
They also do a great job at turning defense into offense. If Rock Creek gets careless with the ball, Council Grove can capitalize quickly.
Yeah, and so with that in mind, let's get into tonight's routes to victory, starting with the Rock Creek Mustangs. So Rock Creek's #1 route to victory, of course, is control the tempo. Rock Creek wants his games played at a steady pace. That means limiting turnovers, getting good shots late in the possession, and not letting Council Grove speed them up.
Exactly. If Rock Creek can keep this game in the half court, the plays right into their strengths, they're comfortable executing offense and defending for long stretches.
Absolutely, and then also route #2 for Rock Creek is defensive communication. Council Grove moves the ball well and avoids cutoffs. They attacks off cuts. Rock Creek must communicate through screens, stay disciplined, and avoid defensive breakdowns.
The communication is huge, especially against a team that thrives on hustling plays, taking on defense to help eliminate those easy buckets.
Yep, and then also the third route for Rock Creek over Council Grove tonight is balanced scoring. When Rock Creek gets contributions from multiple players, they're tough to defend. They don't need one player to score 20, they just need everyone involved.
And that balance attack keeps Council Grove from locking in one score. It also helps Rock Creek stay confident through the lineup.
Yep, absolutely. And so now quickly flip it over to the Council Grove Braves. So #1, they need to attack the paint early. They need to force turnovers. They also need to win the rebounding battle, as we are just a few moments away from the start of the Council Grove Rock Creek girls game. Let's introduce you to the starting lineups for both teams. For Council Grove, on the starting lineup, we got number 23. We have Whitland Mullen, she's a 5'4" junior. We also have number 24, Lucy Palmquist, a 5'5" junior. We've got number 32, Mackenzie Grants, a 5'9" senior, followed up by her sister, Haley Grants, a 5'9" senior as well. And then to round out Council Grove's starting lineup, we have number 43, Mallory Wells, a 5'7" senior. Looking at Council Grove is coached by Tyler Sisson. So far in the season, they are sitting at 1-13. Now looking at your hometown Rock Creek Mustangs, we've got Lucy Martini, number 0, 5'6" junior. We also have Kylie Frazee, number 1, a 5'9" junior as well. We have Kendi Whaley starting tonight, a 5'4" junior. We also have Riley Freese, a 5'6" junior. Then Rory Pitzer, a 6' junior, as it's Pitzer against Grants for the tip-off as we are underway from Flush, America, Rock Creek High School. I'm Tyler Jackson, joined alongside by Xander Dick. This is an exclusive coverage of USD 323. Rock Creek Mustangs Athletics, brought to you by Backroads Broadcasting. We are grateful to have you alongside us. As Rory Pitzer did win the tip-off, but it did get thrown out of bounds, so early into the game, there's a first turnover for Rock Creek. Xander, my friend, good to have you alongside me for another game.
I know, it's been a minute. I've been starting to miss these home games, but as for you guys that may notice, this Rock Creek girls team had a tough loss against Wamego. I don't have it pulled up, but I believe they lost by 20. But you got to realize this Wamego girls team, they're really good.
Yeah, absolutely. But they look to rebound tonight as they're up against a Council Grove team that hasn't had exactly the best season, so this might be a really good game to rebound after that Wamego loss.
Exactly, and these Council Grove girls, they're coming off this losing streak. They're really looking to bounce back here, but don't be surprised for these Council Grove girls. As we talked about earlier, these girls like to take advantage on these turnovers, and they get to do that right there with number 42.
As as Haley Grant scores the game's first points. So Council Grove already getting in there, scoring deep as Rory Pitzer puts the ball up for the Mustangs and scores. So just inside, good inside look, good hard bounce pass from Riley Freese to Pitzer, puts it up, scores 2 points. Now we did see this, we've seen this a couple games to where Rock Creek gets really deadly when they do a full court press. As Pitzer gets the steal, hands it off to Martini. Martini puts it up and scores.
Yeah, the last time it did this was actually versus the Abilene Cowgirls. They pressed them and, I mean, like they were scored automatically.
That's exactly who that was. As great defense between Riley Freese, also Hadley Hake, and also Lucy Martini resulted in a travel right there. So Rock Creek creating another turnover as Hake has it in the corner, back out to Martini. Martini inside to Frazee, back out to Hake. Hake for 3. It's going to hit off the backside, but look at Riley Freese get in there, getting the rebounds. There's going to be a tie-up as she tried to get the ball pulled away from Mackenzie Grant. There's going to be a jump ball in favor of the Braves going the other way.
Yeah, great job there by the Braves, just being able to get a jump ball right there, very much needed after laying up a 4-point streak right here.
As there's a great steal from Riley Frazee. She steps on the line, so it's not going to be a completed turnover, but that was a great job of her to get in there on the defensive front as Rock Creek once again in a full court press. It was the Abilene game where they just basically Abilene couldn't do anything against this team. As the ball is a baseball pass into Grant, Mackenzie Grant, she's going to throw it up. Not able to pick it up, but Rory Pitzer is going to get it. It's going to get fought back by Council Grove. They're going to call a foul on the play.
I think that'll be on Pitzer, Rory Pitzer there.
And they're actually going to call that on Kylie Frazee. Ooh. So it's going to be Kylie's first personal foul of the game.
It is.
Team's first personal foul. She's going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. So Rock Creek automatically starting off in this full court press. And when they get that full court press and they get in their groove, they're really, 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 really good defensively.
Yeah, I talked about earlier, when you press, the really downsides of it is they had a breakaway player right there, number 42. Grant just basically broke away and was able to not get the bucket, but was able to really much capitalize, and now the game is tied.
As Mackenzie Grant makes both of her free throws, tied up 4-4, a little over 90 seconds into this game, 100 seconds into this game, as Hadley Hake's going to throw it inside to Pitzer. Pitzer's going to bounce pass it to Frazee. Frazee out to Freese. Freese with her left hand throws it back out to Hake from the left wing, puts up a 3. He's going to miss that, but the backside rebound stays with Rock Creek and Lucy Martini. Martini gives it over to Hake, who gives it back off to Frazee. Frazee, nice little spin move. Can't quite keep the handle on the ball. It's going to get tied up with number 23, Whitland Mullen. They're going to call a jump ball, possession arrow in favor of the Mustangs.
Yeah, so far on the night, there's been a lot of tie-ups here, but that's just the way it is, you know. When you get a ball kind of turned over, their best thing to do is fight for it, and I believe we're going to have a foul.
As they get the ball in, there's going to be a foul called first. They're actually going to call an offensive foul on the Mustangs, so it's going to be going the other way. They're going to call that on Rory Pitzer. There's an off-the-ball foul. They were both fighting for some position, but the ref decided that Pitzer fouled a little too hard, so it's going the other way. Full court press gets broken yet once again. Mullen's going to take this all the way to the rack and put it up and score.
Yeah, just like I said, when you press, that's the downside of it, a wide-open layup.
So another turnover now for Rock Creek. Actually, it was off the hand of Mallory Wells, out of bounds, as we're going to be seeing our first substitutions of the game as Emma Leiby comes in for the Mustangs. And we also have number 3, Maisie Hayes, coming in for the Braves. As Martine's going to inbound the ball to Frazee, over to Freese from her right wing. It's going to be off, so they're 0 for 3 on three-pointers, but Lucy Martini getting yet another rebound. And they're going to call, they were going to say she was out of bounds, so that's going to be going the other way now.
Lucy Martini took a hand to the face there on that play. Good swat away there.
As the full court press is still in effect, the Braves are going to effectively break it. They're going to call a travel on Council Grove. Emma Leiby, man, she's my favorite defender on this Rock Creek team. She comes in, she's scrappy. She's the perfect 6th player off the bench. And when she comes into the ball games, man, you can see her making a huge defensive impact.
Yeah, for a team including like Rock Creek, where in the first half, in general, they're not, like, offense is not really clicking. They really need a person on defense to step up, and Emma Leiby is that person for them.
Absolutely. As Riley Freese is going to dribble in bounds, run into both of the Grant girls, Mackenzie and also Haley, and turn the ball over, and it's going the other way in favor of the Braves. as there's going to be another tie-up. Yeah, another tie-up in this game. Possession arrow in favor of the Mustangs, so it's going to stay with Rock Creek. 6-4. Council Grove has an early lead. 5:05 left here in the first period. So far, we've had an action-packed, battle-filled game here.
Got a lot of tie-ups here, which that either tells you bad offense or just really good defense.
Yeah, well, Rock Creek's been in a full-court press the entire game, and that has led to quite the number of tie-ups because they put a lot more defensive pressure on the Braves. As Council Grove, again, 1-13 on the season, been having a tough season so far, but the team that's on the court tonight doesn't appear to only have one win on this year.
It'll be number 35 for Rock Creek. It'll be...
So Hadley Hake.
Hadley Hake, yeah, getting her first foul. She got a little push-off foul right there.
So that's going to be her first personal foul. That's going to be the third team foul here this quarter for the Mustangs, as we have Kendi Whaley coming into the game. Substituting for Riley Freese, as we got Kylie Frazee with some good defense at top. Covering Whitley Mullen. Mullen over to Grant. Grant tried to do something, but Lucy Martini, good defense. Martini's going to touch the ball as she steps on the line, so it's going to stay with the Braves, but great defense right there from Lucy Martini.
Yeah, really good defense so far by Rock Creek. Being down by 2, they're just those points. I want to remind you for the people who just joined, those points were earned for these Council Grove girls. I mean, this defense has been really locked down.
Absolutely. As Kylie Frazee gets her hand on the ball, she can't quite get it, but they are going to call a backcourt on the Braves and Whitland Mullen. She got the handle just a little bit too close to the line and made a step over, and so they're going to call a backcourt on the Braves. So another turnover in favor of the Mustangs.
And for Rock Creek right now, they need to find something on offense. It's just been really humble jumble, and it hasn't really been anything to really capitalize off of so far.
As Martini gives down to Whaley in the right corner, back up to Martini, over to Leiby. Leiby from the three-pointer over to Whaley. Whaley for 3. They are now 0 for 4 from the three-point line tonight. Kylie Frazee had a good attempt at getting the rebound on the backside rebound, but she was stepped on the line, and so it is going the other way. 0 for 4 on three-pointers for Rock Creek. It's 4 possessions without a score, essentially, and so that's why we're looking at a 6-4 lead in favor of Council Grove. As they break yet another full-court press, Mullen's going to take it all the way, coast to coast. She's going to put up the ball, and it looks like Kendi Whaley's going to be getting the foul on this, and it is. That's going to be Whaley's first personal foul. That is the 4th team foul here in the first quarter. Rock Creek defensively very aggressive. Full court press. Also, just even on the defensive zone, they have been very aggressive on this game. As Mullen is going to miss her first free throw attempt out of 2. Kind of interesting is Council Grove's entire team's already back in the defensive stands, as Mullen's going to miss both free throws in favor of Rock Creek. Frazee's going to take it up, throw it over to Whaley from the right wing. Takes a dribble back up to Frazee. Frazee to Leiby. Leiby skip past cross court down to the right wing over to Whaley. Back up to Frazee. Back over to Whaley. Whaley's going to shoot the 3, and she's going to miss it. Almost a backside rebound in favor of Lucy Martini, but it's going to be picked up actually in a loose ball by Emma Leiby. So 0 for 5 now in three-pointers this quarter is Rock Creek, as Kylie Frazee is going to be called for a travel going the other way. Emma Leiby's going to go to the bench as Riley Freese is going to come back in. So we've got Martini, Freese, Whaley, Pitzer, and also Frazee out there for Rock Creek. As a timeout is going to be called. They're going to be calling a full timeout. And you know what? We're going to take one with them. We're going to give a big shout out to our first quarter sponsor of the game tonight. We've got the Roach Media Group. Real estate media shouldn't be a headache. With Roach Media Group, you get 24/7 online booking and also a pay-at-close financing options. We're talking high-end media, seamless service, and local expertise. You can secure your shoot today at roachmediagroup.com. My friends, so far in this game, it's been a defensive battle. There's been several turnovers. There's also been several jump balls as we're looking at a 6-4 score halfway through the first quarter.
Yeah, I was just about to say right before they actually call a timeout, I think Rock Creek needs to call a timeout here. This is something I haven't seen. I have not seen all year. This is not looking like the Rock Creek we have seen from all the games that we've been able to broadcast. It's just offensively, they're just not looking like themselves. It's just like something they haven't played at all so far this year.
No.
The threes aren't falling.
No, I totally agree with you. Threes aren't falling. They're 0 for 5 on three-pointers here. They already have 4 fouls, which a lot of that's due to the full court press, so it's extra defensive pressure. but they're just not putting up their shots. They're not getting the rebounds. They look a little bit off to start this contest. But we still have plenty of ball game left. 3:48 left here in the first as action resumes. And there's another turnover from Rock Creek. Pass attempt from Mullen intended for Palmquist. Will sail out of bounds. So 3:41, 6-4. Council Grove still with the lead as Martini hands it off to Frazee. Frazee brings the ball up to the court, over to the right wing, over to Freese, back up to Frazee. Frazee with her left hand is going to skip back out to Freese. Freese is going to shoot a three and nail this one.
There we go.
The first three-pointer of the game for Rock Creek, so they are now 1 for 6 here in the first quarter on three-point attempts, and that was a big one. They take the lead 7-6.
Very much needed three here by Rock Creek.
As Mullen is going to be driving the baseline with Hake right there on her. Going to turn it over. Kylie Freese is going to grab it. Riley Freese is going to throw it to Kylie Frazee. Frazee is going to put it up. She's going to get fouled in the process by Lucy Palmquist. So she's going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Looks like that'll be Lucy Palmquist's first personal foul of the game. It's actually the first team foul for Council Grove here in the first quarter. As Frazee, normally a pretty good free throw shooter, goes to the line to shoot the first of 2. She hits the first one, nothing but nets. Kylie Frazee now officially scoring for the first time tonight. As she gets her second attempt. That shot is up, also looked good. So 2 for 2 on free throws for Kylie Frazee, 9-6. The lead now for Rock Creek, going the other way for the Braves. As Mullen and Palmquist will be bringing the ball up. Good defense once again. They have relaxed on the full court press. They're not doing that. They're settled back in their own defensive zone. But Mullen over to Palmquist. As they're going to create, as Frazee gets a hand on the ball, it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Braves. But so far, pretty good defense here in this possession for Rock Creek.
Yeah, after calling that timeout, Rock Creek's starting to get into the drive here. And in fact, we're going to get a timeout here by Council Grove.
They're going to call a 30-second timeout. So 9-6, 2:49 left here in the first quarter. Just kind of looking at the score and recap. Riley Freese hit a big three-pointer. 1 for 6 on the night is the team. She does have 3 points. Rory Pitzer had the game's first 2 points. That had Rock Creek's first points of the game with 2 points. Kendi Whaley hasn't scored just yet. Kylie Frazee has 2 points, and Lucy Martini has 2 points. And then for Council Grove, 2 points for Whitland Mullen and 2 points for Kylie Grants, with 2 free throws made by Mackenzie Grant. And that is the scoring through the first quarter.
Yeah, Rock Creek spreading the ball around. I also want to give a round of applause so far to Council Grove. I mean, for a team that is 1-13, they're not looking like that right now.
No, they really aren't. That's an astute observation, my young friend, as we've got a double team right now between Freese and Frazee on Mullen. Mullen has the ball. She's going to get down to the baseline. She's going to throw this one out to Mackenzie Grant. There's going to be a tie-up between Grant and Freese. The ball is going to stay with the Braves in favor of Council Grove.
Yeah, the defense by Rock Creek is starting to lock in. I really want to go back to that one little where they got the ball on the ground. She kind of picked it up with her legs and got it up to her teammates. So that was a really good heads-up play there by.
As Mackenzie Grant inbounds the ball, going to throw this one down low to Mallory Wells. Wells is going to put the ball up. She's going to get fouled in the process. She's not going to make the shots, but she's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2. They're going to charge Lucy Martini with the foul right there. So that's Lucy's first personal foul. That is the team's 5th. So from here on out, they're going to be in the bonus is the Braves, as Wells is going to make the first of her 2 free throw attempts. Second shot's up. She's going to miss that one. Rebounded to Kylie Frazee, going the other way for the Mustangs. 3-2 defense now for the Braves as they are playing a zone. As Frazee gets it over to Freese. Freese from the right wing is going to shoot a 3. She's going to miss it, but the backside rebound almost caught by Lucy Martini. She's not going to be able to get the handle on it. It's going to sail out of bounds in favor of the Braves.
Yeah, I want to go back on what you said earlier about how this Council Grove 4, down there on the paint, after some free throws, they're all the way back. It makes total sense for a Rock Creek team that is very aggressive right off after free throws. Having those 4 girls back buys a lot more time for them to get set.
Absolutely. As Rory Pitzer is going to get her hand on the ball, it's going to be over to Frazee. Pitzer's going to take it all the way up with her left hand, put it up, and score.
They get 4 for Rory Pitzer on the night.
That was a good observation, my friend. And yes, absolutely. This is one of those Rock Creek teams. I mean, our offense is pretty good, but the defense is usually pretty signature. So it's pretty smart for Council Grove to get back, like you'd said. as Mullen's going to put this ball up. She's going to miss it. It's going to be rebounded by Martini. They're going to call a foul. Looks like it might be on Lucy Palmquist, and that's who they're going to charge it to. That's going to be Palmquist's second personal foul of the game, the second team foul for Council Grove here in the first quarter. As we have as Lucy Martinez is going to go to the bench, and Kendi Whaley is going to be coming in. So we've got Frazee, Whaley, Hake, Freese, and Pitzer in the lineup for the Mustangs. As Kendi Whaley from the right wing is going to throw down to Freese. Freese is going to skip the ball across the court to Frazee from the left wing, put up a 3 and nail it.
Great job there by Frazee, as she has 5 on the night. Yeah, I just really want to stay here. Council Grove really hasn't been able to get their offensive rebounds. Rock Creek has, I don't know if you know, have very much, but I believe around close to 5.
Kylie Frazee's first field goal of the game, actually. They are now 2 for 8 on three-pointers here in the first quarter. They're 2 for 2 of the last 2 attempts. As they're going to drive the ball up the courts. Hake over to Frazee. Frazee going to throw it over to Whaley. Whaley over to Freese from the right wing. From the right corner, she's going to miss it. Backside rebound is going to be a scrum between Haley Grant, and also Hadley Hake. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Hake in favor of the Braves. Minute and a second left here. Rock Creek's now doubled the score, 14-7. So we got ourselves a good old-fashioned football score, as we're now under a minute left to play here in the first quarter.
Yeah, for Council Grove, your scoring here on this drive is very crucial. Kind of stops the scoring streak for Rock Creek.
As the skip pass across the courts from Grant over to Wells is stolen by Hadley Hake in favor of Rock Creek going the other way. Kendi Whaley is going to find Pitzer down low. Pitzer's going to put the ball on the grounds, put it up, going to get fouled. She's not going to make her shots. She's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2 as they're going to charge. Let's see. They're going to, is that going to be Mackenzie Grant? Yep, that's going to be Mackenzie Grant's first personal foul of the game. That actually ends up being the 3rd personal foul this quarter for Rock Creek, or for the Braves. As the first free throw from Rory Pitzer is up, and that one is good. 15-7 now, Rock Creek. 33.8 seconds left here in the first period, as Pitzer puts up her second free throw and nails that one as well. Rock Creek so far tonight on the game, they are 4 for 4 from the free throw stripe.
Might jinx it there by saying that.
Nah. Free throws wins championships for sure. As Riley Freese with good old-fashioned defense goes over there and creates a turnover. She forced Whitland Mullen to dribble with her rights. Right when she almost got to the half-court line, she dribbled the ball out of bounds. So great defense. Good heads-up awareness also from Riley Freese, creating the turnovers. Freese is going to turn this one over herself. She's going to try to hit Whaley. It's going to be stolen by Mullen. That was almost like a tit for tat, pretty much. Like, she steals it from Mullen, then creates a turnover from Mullen, then Mullen just intercepts the very next pass. So it's pretty good defense by both Whitland Mullen and also Riley Freese. As the Braves inbound the ball, Mackenzie Grant's going to try to do something with it. She wanted to put the ball up, couldn't quite find help, but Kendi Whaley was right there to tie the ball up. It's going to be in favor of Rock Creek. So the Mustangs with 10.8 seconds left here in the first quarter. Looks like they might have the final shots of the opening period here from the Rock and Flush America. Lucy Martinez going to inbound the ball to Kylie Frazee. Frazee is going to dribble up, 8 seconds. She's going to throw it over to Freese. Freese is going to throw it down low to Pitzer. It's going to get, there's going to be a hand on it by Haley Grant. It's going to sail out of bounds. Sorry, Mackenzie Grant got her hand on it. It's going to sail out of bounds, so it's going to stay with Rock Creek. 3.2 seconds left. Lucy Martinez from the baseline to inbound the ball. She's going to find Kendi Whaley. Whaley's going to throw it up a 3, and she's going to nail it.
What a great 3.
Wasn't quite at the buzzer, but that was a great look. It was a great inbound pass from Lucy Martini over to Whaley. Whaley didn't hesitate. She shot that ball and nailed it. So 19-7 is the first quarter score. My friends, that was, it started off a little bit slow for Rock Creek, but they ended up ramping it up at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, for Rock Creek, that's something they really rely on here is that momentum. So for the first start of the second quarter, that's really what they're going to need to keep keeping the score at high.
Absolutely. As Rory Pitzer is the team leader, 6 points after the first quarter. Kylie Frazee has 5. Riley Freese has 3. Kendi Whaley has 3. Then Lucy Martini has a pair as well. Tonight's coverage is brought to you by Rampage Academy. Rampage Academy helps athletes build strong fundamentals, confidence, and discipline through focused training and development. From sharpening skills to building game-ready habits, Rampage Academy is committed to helping athletes take the next step. Rampage Academy, they are proud supporters of local sports and Backroads Broadcasting. As we're live from Rock Creek High School, Flush, America, Tyler Jackson joined alongside by my homeboy, Mr. Xander Dick. 19-7 Rock Creek with the lead over the Council Grove Braves after the end of one. Well, my friend, so Rock Creek had come out starting off in a full court press, and they kind of almost had to settle that down after too long. Yeah, and just kind of settle into playing some just half-court defense.
Yeah, I kind of want to say that, yeah, Council Grove watched their film. I mean, when Rock Creek was pressing, they took full advantage of it and got someone wide open down the field. I called a long ball pass right there.
As the ball is going to start off with Council Grove to start off the second quarter. Good double-team defense. They are playing a 3-2 defense for Rock Creek. Actually, no, they're playing man coverage. Rock Creek with a good man-to-man defense. Getting over there with some good defenses, with some good double teams. As Rory Pitzer is going to get her hand on the ball and poke it away from Mackenzie Grants. It's going to create a turnover. As the ball is going to get forwarded to Kendi Whaley down low to Pitzer. Pitzer is going to put it on the ground, put it up. She's not going to make the shot, but she's going to get fouled on her way to shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, already on the second quarter, Council Grove getting a first foul.
They're actually going to call that on number 42, Haley Grant, her first personal foul. First team foul here in the first quarter, or in the second quarter, as Pitzer is going to miss the first of 2 free throws.
Told you jinxed it.
Oh, stop. I kind of did, didn't I?
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah.
As Rory's going to miss both of her free throws. I did say they were perfect on the night at the end of the first quarter, and yeah, it kind of jinxed him a little bit. My apologies on that. So Rory Pitzer's going to miss both of her free throws, but the defense continues. They're going to call a block on Kendi Whaley right here. Could have gone either way, but she was moving her feet just a little bit too much. So that's going to be Kendi Whaley's second personal foul on the contest. The team's first foul here in the second quarter. 19-7, Rock Creek with the lead. Ball's going to get inbounded to Whitland Mullen. Mullen with the right hand is going to dribble, getting covered by Whaley. She's going to throw it back out to Lucy Palmquist. Palmquist against Frazee. They're going to tie up, call another jump ball, and the ball is going to be in favor of Rock Creek. So great job, great defense by Kylie Frazee to get in there, tie that ball up, and it's going the other way in favor of the Mustangs.
Yeah, Rock Creek finally starting to wake up here on defense. Offensively, they're still, a little here and there, but by second half, they should be able to lock in.
Hake's going to throw it up to Martini. Martini over to Frazee, back over to Hake in the left wing, back up to Martini. Skip pass, cross court to the right wing over to Kendi Whaley. Whaley back up to Frazee. Frazee over to Hake. Hake with the right hand is going to dribble it up to Martini. 12 on the shot clock. Back out to Hake. Hake from the left wing, 3-point attempt. No good, but the backside rebound goes to Kendi Whaley. Great job to fight off Whitland Mullen right there to get the ball. And they're actually going to call a foul on Council Grove. They're going to call that on number 23. That's going to be on Whitland Mullen. I believe that is her first personal foul, and that's what they are. They charged it to Whitland Mullen, her first personal foul. Team second here in the opening 90 seconds of the second quarter. 19-7. No points scored so far here in the first 90 seconds, but Rock Creek has the ball as they give it down to Pitzer. Pitzer puts it up with the right hand on the right side and scores.
And Pitzer starting to have herself a game, 8 points on the night.
As that full court press is resumed yet once again, as good defense from Lucy Martinez. She gets a hand on it. It's going to be caught by Grant. Grant's going to throw it over to Mullen. Mullen's going to touch the baseline due to great defense from Kylie Frazee. It's going to be a turnover, and it's going to be going the opposite way in favor of the Mustangs. So great defense from Rock Creek. That's the defense they're known for. As Whaley's going to attempt to pass, she's going to just put up the 3 from the right wing. It's going to sail up. They're going to call looks like they might be calling a foul.
Might get a jump ball.
Okay, they do call a jump ball. I didn't put 2 thumbs up in the air, so it's a little bit confusing. But they did call that a jump ball in favor of the Braves as the full court press continues. And it seems to really frustrate the Braves as they're actually going to be calling a foul. Looks like that might be on Hadley. Nope, they're going to call that on Lucy Martini. So Lucy's second personal foul, second team foul here in the second quarter. Yeah, you can really see it on the Braves' face that full court press and that tenacious defense from Rock Creek just really frustrates them. They've been doing a pretty decent job of breaking it, but nevertheless, a lot of frustration from Council Grove with that full court press.
Yeah, when it comes to full court press, I mean, Council Grove have not got oh my gosh, I'm selling here. Have not gotten full court press to the beginning of the first quarter, and then just immediately coming right back out to it in the second quarter has kind of just shocked them a little bit.
Absolutely. As Haley Grant's going to give the ball over to Maisie Hayes. Hayes is going to dribble across the court, but a foul is going to be called.
It'll be Riley Freeze.
They're going to call this on Riley Freeze. Her first personal foul. It's going to be the third team foul for the Mustangs here in the second quarter. As Council Grove finally gets the ball into Hayes. Hayes is going to pull up, shoot. She's not going to hit anything. It's going to be a backside rebound to Pitzer. Pitzer off to Frazee. Frazee's going to be running now. They got numbers. They got 3-on-2. Frazee's going to take it up, but she's going to throw it back out to Freese. Freese is going to put it up. She's going to throw the ball in the air. Going to look like it got tipped, but they're going to call a foul on Haley Grants.
Number 23.
Oh, my apologies. They're going to call that on Whitland Mullen. So that's going to be Mullen's second personal foul, the third team foul, as Riley Freese is going to the line to shoot 2 free throws. She's going to miss the first of 2. So 0 for 3 on free throws here in the second quarter. Maybe I did jinx him a little bit.
Yeah, it's all right. Should get his second one to fall here.
Yeah. So we got to have happen right here. As Riley Freese's second free throw is up and off. Picked up by Pitzer. Pitzer puts it up. Can't get it to hit.
Going Council way.
And it's going to fall off of Rock Creek, going the opposite direction as a full timeout is going to be called for the Braves. So our second quarter sponsor, we do want to give a big shout out to our friends at the Westy Fit Zone. They are committed to your fitness journey from beginner to athletes. Open 24/7. Your best life starts here. Visit westyfitzone.com today. A proud supporter of Backroads Broadcasting, an official broadcast partner of Backroads Broadcasting, and official partner of USD 323 Athletics. Well, my friend, the second quarter is starting off kind of slow from a scoring standpoint. I mean, it was 19-7 at the end of the first quarter, and here we are, just one field goal made by Rory Pitzer, and that's been the only scoring that's been going down here in the second quarter.
Yeah, it's been, I guess you could say, pretty sloppy just in general from both teams. I mean, we've had some tie-ups, and then we're missing, and then there's just a bunch of turnovers. And it's just old-fashioned basketball. There's really no way to put it.
Yeah,
it's kind of fun here.
Yeah, some good old-fashioned scrappy basketball, right? 5:13 left here in the second quarter. I'm Tyler Jackson, joined alongside by my man, Mr. Xander Dick. You're watching exclusive coverage of USD 323, Backroads Broadcasting, Mustangs Athletic Football,
Athletic football.
Basketball presented by Rampage Academy as the full court press continues now for Rock Creek. They inbound the ball. The Braves are able to get across the half-court line. Again, lots of frustration on their faces. You can really see it. As Whitland Mullen up against Kylie Frazee has the ball. She throws it over as the double teams are happening. So Rock Creek's in man defense, but they are getting a lot of double teams, and they're almost like they're playing a zone, as another foul is going to be called on Lucy Martini. That's actually Lucy's third personal foul. So we're pretty early in the contest for her to have 3 personal fouls, as it looks like she might be getting pulled, and she is, in favor of Kendi Whaley. As Haley Lease comes in for the first time tonight. So we've got Frazee, Lease, Whaley, Pitzer, and Freese out there for the Mustangs, as the ball is going to get inbounded to Mackenzie Grant. Grant with her left hand. Is it going to be able to convert? Rebound is going to be between Palmquist and Grant, trying to grab that ball out of bounds. It's going to sail out of bounds in favor of the Mustangs.
Yeah, a little unfortunate there. She's number 32 for Council Grove, which is
Mackenzie Grant.
Yeah, I was trying to throw it in, and then number 24 came in and kind of blocked it herself. So unfortunate there.
Absolutely. So Frazee from the left is going to skip past to Freese from the right corner. She loves that spot, and she does nail it.
Make it 6.
So her second three-pointer on the game. Riley Freese from that right wing, right corner, really deadly, as her defense is really good right here. She gets a hand on it. They're going to call a Are they going to call a defensive foul? They are. They're going to call a loose ball foul on number 24 for Council Grove. So Lucy Palmquist, that's going to be her third personal foul. So we have a pair of players in this game that have 3 personal fouls where we're just not even quite halfway through the second quarter.
Yeah, it's kind of a downside for both teams. Both teams have 2 starters with 3 fouls, so we probably will not see them till the start of the third quarter.
As Freeze from the right corner can't quite get it. Ball gets thrown around. Pitzer puts it up. It's going to be rebounded by Haley Lease, and also looks like Palmquist and Hayes got in there for Council Grove. They're going to call a jump ball in favor of the Braves. 24-7, 4:03 left here in the second period. Rock Creek started off slow. They've really warmed up. And so far here in the second period, the Braves haven't scored a single point. As Kylie Frazee from the left wing puts up a 3 and nails it.
And make it number 8 for her.
So on an 8-0 run to start the second quarter, actually 10-0 if you go back to the first quarter. I had 11-0 because they had that 3-pointer in the corner from Kendi Whaley. So an 11-0 run now for Rock Creek. With a 20-point lead, the Braves still looking to score their first basket here in the second quarter. As they've been playing full court press, as Whitland Mullen's going to shoot a 3 from the left wing. Not going to be able to hit it. It's going to be rebounded by Haley Grants. Grant's going to dribble out, give it back over to Mullen. Mullen getting covered by Whaley. Going to the right side of the wing down into the right corner. She's going to pick up her dribble. She's going to throw it inside. Kind of a sloppy pass, but Grant is going to be called for an offensive foul. So Haley Lease kind of held her ground right there. Mackenzie Grant put that one up, and they're going to call a personal foul on her. That's going to be her second personal foul. So they're going to call a push-off. So that is the 5th team foul for the Braves here in the second period. So for the rest of the way, any foul, Rock Creek is going to be going to the free throw line to shoot the double bonus.
Rock Creek starting to warm up here on the 3s.
As Freeze from the left corner is going to look at a 3-pointer, give it down to Pitzer. Pitzer's going to throw it out to Whaley. She's going to throw it up, but they're going to call it 3 in the key. Looks like they're going to be calling that one. I couldn't tell if they're going to call that one on Freeze or on Pitzer. They might have called that on Pitzer because it was Pitzer who grabbed the ball and threw it back out to Whaley. Nevertheless, another turnover for Rock Creek. As the full court press continues, Hayes able to give it over to Mullen. Mullen's going to break it. She's going to get blocked on the way down to the right wing. They're going to call this foul on Kylie Frazee. So that's going to be her second personal foul. And that is going to be the 5th team foul now here in the second quarter. Both teams with 3 minutes left, rest of the way, throughout the rest of the half, are going to be in the double bonus. So Whitland Mullen going to the free throw line. She's 0 for 2 on the nights from free throws. She puts this one up and she scores. It's actually the first team point here in the second quarter, 5 minutes into it for the Braves. As Mullen's going to put up her second free throw. It's going to miss that one. It's going to be running in and outs and going in the favor of Rock Creek. As Frazee's pass is going to get tipped by Grant's. It's going to be picked back up by Rock Creek. Is it going to be thrown in down to Pitzer? Pitzer's going to put it up and she's going to get named one.
Yeah, great physicality there, right there. Just even when she's getting fouled, she keeps fighting through it and able to get this and one. And I'll be on.
They're going to call that foul on number 32, Mackenzie Grant. So that's going to be her second personal foul. And Rory Pitzer so far on the game, 2, 4, 6, 8. That's her 10th point. She's going to the free throw line to see if she can't complete the and one to score her 11th point on the game. Pitzer's free throws up. It's going to rim out. She's just had tough luck from the free throw line tonight. It's going to be rebounded in favor of the Mustangs. It's going to get turned over, picked up by Mackenzie Grants, or Haley Grants, going the other way. As Kylie Frazee's defense on Whitland Mullen has been tenacious all night, and right there you can see it. As Hayes is going to try to throw the ball out to Mackenzie Grant. It's going to get stolen, picked up by Pitzer. Pitzer over to Hay. Cake's going to take it all the way down. They're going to call a travel before she's able to put the ball up and going the other way in favor of the Braves.
A great defense here by Council Grove recently, just being able to just kind of get some swataways.
29-8, 2:26 left here in the opening half. It's been all Rock Creek all night. Kind of a slow start in the first quarter, but they've since turned on the Jets. They've only allowed 1 point here in the second quarter. Council Grove at the end of one had 7 points. Here they have only had 1 point here in the second quarter. as their tough man-to-man defense carries on, as there's great defense from Haley Lease on top of Mallory Wells. Wells' shot's not going to be able to make it. They're going to call a foul, I believe, on Wells. They are. That's going to be Mallory Wells' first personal foul on the game. That's, again, the team's fifth. So both teams, for the remaining 2 minutes, are going to be going to the free throw line to shoot two. As it's Emma Leiby, her first trip to the free throw line tonight. First shot is up. That one also rims out. And this Rock Creek team here in the second quarter, they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They are 0 for 6 on free throws here in the second quarter. Now they are 1 for 7 as Emma Leiby scores her first point of the game. 1 for 7 on free throws. That's something they really need to work on here moving forward.
And they started the game out 4 for 4 on free throws.
Yeah, until I mentioned it, they jinxed them pretty much, as you said. Going the other way, 30-8. Under 2 minutes left here in the second quarter. Mullen's going to throw that one. Tried to get Wells, but triple covered. It's going to be stolen by Rock Creek going the other way as Riley Freese going to do a nice little juke move on Mullen. Over to Lease. Back up to Freese. Back over to Frazee. Down to Hake in the corner from the left side. It's going to miss it. It's going to be an air ball, but it's going to go off the hands of Mackenzie Grant of Council Grove and stay with the Mustangs.
A little too much power there on that three. They were starting to get them to fall early. They're just kind of not falling as of recent.
96 seconds left here in the second quarter. Freese over to Frazee. Frazee back, skip pass cross court to Haley Lease. Lease's shot's going to hit the front of the iron off. It's going to be rebounded by Mackenzie Grant going the other way. We're going to give the ball over to Whitland Mullen. Mullen is going to throw it over to Hayes. Hayes over to Grants. There's two Grants out there, so that one's Mackenzie. Haley's number 42. It's going to be stolen. It's going to be tried to picked up by Riley Freese. I'm surprised they didn't call a loose ball foul on that one. They're going to call yet another jump ball. It's going the other way. Possession arrow is in favor of the Braves, so it will stick with Council Grove.
Yeah, Council Grove just really haven't been able to find something all game. First half, they got something, and as of recent, they really haven't been able to find their stride.
Well, we were looking at the Council Grove basketball team throughout the whole entire high school as another turnover happens right there. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 upperclassmen past, including a sophomore. Everybody else is a freshman, so it's a very young team, kind of like this Rock Creek team. There's no senior leadership on this Rock Creek team. Lots of room for growth on both sides as another turnover happens for Rock Creek. Now, before we head to the locker room, we are going to have to break out the Bandit Brain Teaser presented by Shortstop. I like tonight's trivia question. I think it's a pretty fun one. It's Council Grove related. So our next stoppage in play, we'll get that brought out to you as Whitland Mullen's three-point attempt is going to be up. It's going to be hit the deck. It's going to be another jump ball. The shot clock is off, so we're at 33 seconds left here in the second quarter as Lucy Martini with 3 fouls comes back into the game. She comes in for Haley Lease. And Emma Leiby comes out in favor of Rory Pitzer. So 33 seconds left. We have Martini, Frazee, Hake, Freese, and Rory Pitzer out there for Rock Creek. As we're at 20 seconds left, it looks like Rock Creek may be settling for just 1 shot. Whitland Mullen says no for Council Grove as we're going to throw it to Riley Freese from the right wing. She's going to put up and hit the three.
She has 9 on the night.
Riley Freese's third three-pointer of the game extends Rock Creek's lead to 33-8 as another turnover happens as Martini's going to take it all the way, puts it up right at the buzzer, and she's going to score with her left hand. That's going to give her 4 on the game, her first field goal of the second quarter, and that's going to send them to the locker room with a 35-8 score. So a huge advantage for Rock Creek. They had a slow start to the first quarter, but they were able to turn it on here in the second quarter. They were able to hold Council Grove to 1 single point, and it was a free throw here in the second quarter as they extend their lead. They scored 16 points in the second quarter, so 35-8 will be the halftime score. Before we send it off to halftime, let's go ahead and break out the Bandit Brain Teaser of the game presented by Shortstop. No matter where you're going or how long it takes you to get there, you'll always have time for a shortstop. So tonight's Bandit Brain Teaser of the game. So Council Grove is a National Historic Landmark town with 15 sites on the National Register. One of those is a legendary restaurant on Main Street that opened up in 1857. It's actually officially the oldest continuously operating restaurant west of the Mississippi River. Can you name this historic landmark, Xander, my friends?
I probably could not.
Have you ever been to Council Grove?
I don't think I have, being honest. I probably maybe no.
Council Grove, without a doubt, is one of my favorite towns in the entire state of Kansas. Their downtown's gorgeous. It's Council Grove City Lake, the reservoir. It's a pretty cool place. But once again, Council Grove. This is one of the oldest legendary restaurants on Main Street. It opened in 1857. It's officially the oldest continuously operating restaurant west of the Mississippi River. Can you name this historic landmark? Man. Well, you can't name it. I could have told you this one. It's a great place to eat. They have good chicken fried steaks. But we'll break that out. We'll give you the answer to the Bandit Brain Teaser coming up here in the second half. Once again, the Bandit Brain Teaser is brought to you by Shortstop. No matter where you're going or how long it takes you to get there, you'll always have time for a shortstop. It's halftime from Flush, America, here at Rock Creek High School, 35-8. The girls have a big lead over Council Grove. We'll see you coming up here in a few minutes after halftime. Hey, once again, welcome back to Flush America. Welcome back to Rock Creek High School. Tyler Jackson joined alongside Mr. Xander Dick. Halftime score of the girls game between the Rock Creek Lady Mustangs and also the Council Grove Lady Braves is 35-8 in favor of the home Mustangs. My friends, give me your thoughts on the first half.
There's no other way to put it. Now you might look at the score and be like, you know, it might have been one-sided, but if you've been watching the entire game, there's no other way to put it but sloppy. It's pretty much been that. There's been, in football terms, been a lot of fumbles, a lot of them.
There have been a couple fumbles. There certainly has been indeed. A lot of fouls, a lot of jump balls, a lot of turnovers, but also a lot of scoring in favor of Rock Creek. Looking at the team's leaders so far, Rory Pitzer, you want to go through the team leaders on what everybody has as far as scoring? We do know Rory Pitzer's a leader for Rock Creek.
Yeah, for Rock Creek, Martini has 4 points, Frazee has 8 points, Freeze has 9 points, Pitzer has 10 points, and Whaley has 3, and Libby has 1.
As we're going to be looking at inbound ball, good defense from Lucy Martini is going to result in a jump ball. So 9 seconds in, we already have our first jump ball in favor of Rock Creek. As looking at the scoring for Council Grove, the team's leading scorer is Whitland Mullen. She has 3 points, 2 points for Mackenzie Grant, 2 points for Haley Grants, and then a point for Mallory Wells. It was 19-7 after the end of 1, 35-8 after the end of 2, as we have Riley Freese knocking down a three-pointer from the left wing to get the scoring started for Rock Creek here in the second half. You did hear that correctly. 1 single point was scored for Council Grove. It was off a free throw in the second quarter, as it's been all Rock Creek after about midway through the first quarter, as Kylie Frazee is going to take that ball, and she's going to take it the other end, and she's going to put that one up and score. So 5 points here pretty fast for Rock Creek here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Council Grove 1-13 on the season. They've had a kind of a rough go at them. Again, their team's very young. Most of their players are freshmen, so in the future they should have some good players. Just keep at it, and they'll get there.
As we're gonna have a foul on number 24. Yeah, for Council Grove, it's just really unfortunate and sorry as we're gonna have an injury on the court.
As that foul is gonna be called on. They're going to call that on number 24, Lucy Palmquist of Council Grove. That is going to be her. That is going to be her fourth personal foul, first team foul for Council Grove here in the second quarter. While we have a quick little injury break, let's go ahead and give a big shout outs to our third quarter sponsor. We got Liming Productions. Liming Productions offers wedding photography, cinematic videography, and wedding content creation all in one team. They are now booking 2026 and 2027 weddings. Secure your date today at limingproductions.com. That's L-I-M-I-N-G Production Services, established 2020. Find them at limingproductions.com.
She's still down on the ground. I hope she's all right.
Also, a big shout out to Rampage Academy. Tonight's coverage, tonight and always, is brought to you by Rampage Academy. Rampage Academy helps athletes build strong fundamentals, confidence, and discipline through focused training and development. From sharpening skills to building game-ready habits, Rampage Academy is committed to helping athletes take the next step. They are proud supporters of local USD 323 Rock Creek Mustangs sports and also proud sponsors of Backroads Broadcasting. Which, by the way, we are always looking for sponsors. Tons of people watch these games. It's kind of fun walking around Manhattan. I had a kid the other night ask me, he's like, so this is really random, but he's like, do you do Backroads Broadcasting stuff? He's like, I heard you do the football games. I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. So we're getting lots of reach. If you would like to be one of our advertisers, we got pregame, postgame, halftime sponsorships. You can see your ad on the score bug on your screen. Again, if you're seeing it, everybody else is seeing it too. All you got to do is just send us an email to sales@brbc.live, as we do wish Lucy Palmquist the best of luck as she does get helped off the courts, as Riley Freese's three-pointer is no good, put back up by Kylie Frazee. That was also not good, in favor of Council Grove going the other way. as Hayes is going to have the ball. She's going to throw it over to Mullen. Mullen getting covered really well by Lucy Martini. He's going to create a turnover. Mullen's going to drop the ball out of bounds. It's going to be going the other way. Lucy Martini, she's got 4 points on the game tonight, but man, her defense is just excellent.
Yeah, her defense is great, but they also take into account she has 3 fouls from the first half, so she has to be kind of very conservative in what she does here on offense and defense.
As they get the ball into Pitzer from right to left, puts it up with her left hand, not able to score. It's going to be rebounded by Mackenzie Grant going the other way. Haley Grant, my apologies. Mackenzie's 32, Haley's 42. Twin sisters, seniors, both 5'9" from Council Grove, as they're going to get another foul called on Rock Creek right here. I think they might be calling this on Pitzer. They are. They're going to call that on Rory Pitzer. It's going to be her second personal foul. It's going to be the first team foul here in the second quarter, as Whitland Mullen is going to be going to the free throw line to shoot her next free throw attempt. And she is good right there. That's going to be Mullen's 4th point tonight, and actually the first team point for Council Grove since Whitland had a free throw in the second quarter, as Whitland's second free throw is up. And that one is also good. So 3 for 4 on free throws tonight, representing 30% of the scoring for Council Groves. They have 10 points on the board, 40 to 10, 5:48 left here in the second quarter, as Maisie Hayes is going to get a steal and a turnover for Council Grove going the other way. And the ball off to Mackenzie Grant. Grant back over to Hayes. Hayes being covered by Hake very closely, as it's still man coverage for Rock Creek. I'm going to give her to Wells. Wells up top to Hayes. Hayes going to hand the ball off to Mullen from the right wing. Skip pass to the top block. It's going to be bounced in and out by Mackenzie Grant. Her first field goal of the game, and the team's first field goal since the first quarter. As the ball gets going the other way, Rory Pitzer's going to put that one up with her right hand, and she's going to score her first points here in the third quarter.
Make it 12, as Freeze and Pitzer both have 12, lead the team. As Frazee right behind him with 10.
As Council Grove's able to break the press, get into the offensive zone. That ball's going to get on the courts. Looks like they're going to be calling a jump ball. This one's going to be in favor of the Braves, so it's going to stick with Council Grove, as Kendi Whaley is going to be substituting into the game for the Mustangs in favor of Hadley Hake. Hake having a pretty good game herself. Hasn't scored any, but her defensive contributions have been pretty key. As the ball's going to get inbounded. Could have been called either way, but they're going to call Riley Freese a foul on this one. It's going to be Riley's second personal foul. It's going to be the second team foul for Rock Creek here in the third quarter. A little bit under 5 minutes left in the opening quarter of the second half. 42-12, 30-point advantage for the Mustangs, as the ball is going to get inbounded. It's going to be put up by Haley Grant. It's going to be rebounded off the left side. It's going to be bounced around. It's going to hit the out-of-bounds line before it's able to be picked up by either team, and so the possession is going to be going to Rock Creek.
I was about to say that was a great inbounds play there by Council Grove. Just couldn't get that one to fall in.
Absolutely. As Frazee's going to skip pass over to Freeze. Freeze down low to Pitzer. Pitzer double team, triple team now. Able to throw the ball out to Frazee. Frazee left side to Martini. Martini for the three is going to knock that one down.
Make it 7. First 3 of the night for her.
Lucy Martini from the left wing, deadly, kind of like Riley Freese is pretty deadly from the right wing in the right corner. And each of them both have three-pointers here in the third quarter. As Council Grove on offense now gives it over to Wells. Wells tries to throw it into Mackenzie Grant. It's going to be picked up by Riley Freese going the other way. Freese is going to hurry ahead to Kylie Frazee. Frazee's going to put this one up. She's going to get fouled by Whitland Mullen and score the and one.
Make that 12, as Mullen has now 3 fouls on the night. Yeah, right there, I don't like that foul. It was very unnecessary. I think you just kind of let him shoot it there. There's no reason to foul in that situation, but unfortunate there.
Well, I mean, Whitland Mullen, she's a pretty nice player. 5'4" junior for this Council Grove team. Just being a little aggressive right there, showing a little bit of hearts. And they're actually going to be calling a timeout. It's going to be a timeout in favor of Council Grove. They're going to be calling a full timeout. And with that, let's break out the Bandit Brain Teaser of the girls' game. So the Bandit Brain Teaser, of course, is brought to you by Shortstop. No matter where you're going or how long it takes you to get there, you'll always have time for a shortstop. And tonight's Bandit Brain Teaser for the girls' game. So Council Grove is a National Historic Landmark town with 15 sites on the National Register. One of those is a legendary restaurant on Main Street that opened up in 1857. It is officially the oldest continuously operating restaurant west of the Mississippi River. Can you name this historic landmark, my friends?
I cannot.
You've never been to the Hayes House then?
No, I've not been to the Hayes House.
Man, dude, the Hayes House, so long before it was a favorite spot for a post-game meal, it served as a vital stop on the Santa Fe Trail. In those early days, it wasn't just a place to eat. It acted as a trading post, a courthouse, a post office, and even a site for Sunday church services.
Wow.
It has survived fires and the changing tides of the American West for nearly 170 years, and it still to this day remains a cornerstone of the Council Grove community. It's another reminder that when these two schools meet, we aren't just watching a basketball game, we're watching another chapter in some long, rich history of the Flint Hills. I will tell you, the Hayes House, dude, they've got some cast iron made fried chicken, and also their chicken fried steaks are pretty fire too.
Dude, I have to go down there sometime.
It's been a little while since I've been down there, but
That
yeah.
sounds so good right now for a chicken fried steak.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. You can't beat the Hayes House in beautiful downtown Council Grove, Kansas. Of course, big thank you to Shortstop. No matter where you're going or how long it takes you to get there, you'll always have time for a shortstop. You can find a shortstop in both the Manhattan area and also right there, downtown Council Grove, not too far from the Hayes House. As Kylie Frazee knocks down a free throw, completing the and one.
He just smacked right into the, I don't really call it the press box.
Into the scorer's table.
Scorer's table, yeah.
Yeah, so Whitland Mullen, good heart for the Council Grove team. Trying to make something happen right there. And it's going to be going in favor of Rock Creek as Frazee from the left post is going to put this ball up. She's going to get fouled on her way to the basket. Almost makes her shot attempts. It's going to fall in and out. But she's going to go to the free throw line to shoot two, as they're going to call Mackenzie Grant. Nope, sorry. They're going to call Mackenzie Grant on this. I have it. Yep, that's her third personal foul. It's going to be the third team foul for Council Grove here in the third quarter, as Frazee is going to knock down the first of two free throws. So 2 for 2 on free throws here in the third quarter. Overall, that's her 6th points here in the opening quarter of the second half. Frazee dribbles, spins the ball, puts it up in the air, nothing but nets.
That's a routine right there. It's like when you do all that jamboree stuff, it's guaranteed to make it. You just gotta
Absolutely. So 6 points in the third quarter, 9, 12, 14 points overall on the game. As good hard defense from Riley Freese almost results in a turnover. Nevertheless, great defense. It's going to be last off of Freese, so it's going to stick with Council Grove. This ball is going to be inbounded now to Mullen. Mullen over to Grant. Grant back to Mullen. Mullen fighting with Kylie Frazee. Throws this one back over to Maisie Hayes. No relation to the Hayes House. This one has an E in her name, as that one's stolen by Lucy Martini. Skips it over to Whaley from the left corner. Whaley's three-point attempt is up, and she nails that one.
Make it 6, as both her points tonight have been threes.
53-12, 41-point advantage now for Rock Creek. As Council Grove, bless their hearts, 1-13 on the season, struggling against the Lady Mustangs tonight in a hard-fought contest from Rock Creek. As a foul attempt is going to be, as Maisie Hayes' shot attempt is going to result in a foul. They're going to call Emma Leiby on the foul right here. That's going to be Emma's first personal foul. It's going to be the third team foul for Rock Creek. As Maisie Hayes is going to go to the free throw line. She's going to knock down the first of 2, so her first points on the game. It's actually the 5th team point here in the third quarter for the Braves. They had 7 points in the first quarter, scored 1 point in the second quarter. They've got 5, almost a 6th one, so that's their total of 13, as Hayes is going to miss the second one. It's going to be rebounded by Martini going the other way. So Kylie Frazee is going to give it into Haley Lease, who's in the game now. Lease from the top of the points, back over to Martini, down to Whaley in the corner. The left wing over to Martini, back down to Whaley. Whaley's going to shoot another 3. Nails it.
Make it 9.
Nothing but nets. Kendi Whaley having herself a pretty good third quarter right here. Kendi Whaley, of course, the 5'4" junior. She didn't start the season. She came off the bench to start the season, but now she's a starter on this team regularly and has been a great contributor for this Rock Creek team, as Haley Lease is going to pick up the rebound on the backside right there, going the other way in favor of Mustangs. It's Kendi Whaley from the right corner, back up top to Lucy Martini, skip over to Haley Lease. Lease down low to Leiby. Leiby, instead of turning around to the basket, throws out to Whaley, over to Martini, back to the left to Kylie Frazee. Frazee thought about shooting that. She's going to give it over to Martini, down to Whaley. Whaley from the right side now. Oh, can't keep her streak alive with 3-point attempts. But Emma Leiby is going to be fouled on over the back as she goes up for the foul. That foul looks like it's going to be called on Haley Grants, and it is. It's going to be Haley's 3rd personal foul. So that is the 4th player on this Council Grove team with at least 3 fouls. So Whitland Mullen has 3 fouls. Mackenzie and Haley Grant each respectively have 3 fouls. And then Lucy Palmquist actually has 4 fouls. So a lot of fouls for this Council Grove team as Kylie Frazee is going to get her fouled on the way to the baskets. They're going to call this one on number 14, I believe.
Number 23, actually, which is
23.
Mullen.
Okay, yeah, so Whitland Mullen. So that's going to be Whitland Mullen's 4th personal foul. So there's 2 players now, Whitland Mullen and Lucy Palmquist. Palmquist, she did leave earlier with an injury, so haven't seen her for a little while. But that's going to send Kylie Frazee to the free throw line to shoot
She made
the
her
first of 2.
She made her first. She's on to the 2nd. She has 16 on the night. And they're going to it.
And Frazee's going to hit both of them. My apologies. I was looking at my scoreboard. I was looking at my scorebook. You got you, dog. So she's now 5 for 5 on free throws here in the 3rd quarter. 58-13. Under 2 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Rock Creek with a huge advantage over the Lady Braves of Council Grove. Mackenzie Grant now from the free throw line extended, puts the ball up, can't quite hit the nets.
There'll be a push off there by number 23 for Rock Creek.
As it's going to be a foul on Harlow Kadavi. Kadavi, her first minutes of the varsity action right here. As we got Harlow into the game, also Claire Busing's into the game. So we've got Emma Leiby, Haley Lees. We have Claire Busing, Kendi Whaley, and then Harlow Kadavi. Harlow, pretty good volleyball player. Coming in to get some varsity action here. As some of the bench players for Rock Creek getting some good varsity minutes. As this could be another turnover by the Braves in favor of the Mustangs. $1:17 left here in the 3rd quarter, 58-13, a 45-point advantage for Rock Creek. As Kendi Whaley, point guard, throws it over to Kadavi, down to Busing. Busing out to Haley. Haley to the top to Kendi Whaley. Whaley for 3. She's not going to make that one. Almost rebounded by Claire Busing. It's going to go off her. It's going to go out of bounds. It's going to go in favor of Council Grove.
Minute 1 here.
So the 4th quarter in Kansas, if it's a 40-point advantage, it turns into a running clock. And so most likely we'll see a running clock in the 4th quarter. As Mackenzie Grant is going to pick the ball up. It's going to get stolen by Kendi Whaley. Whaley is going to throw it up to Harlow Kadavi. A little too strong. It's going to sail out of bounds. That was almost a pretty good pitch and catch. Just a little too strong from Kendi, but she did have some defense. Threw it out of bounds, and that one's going to be a turnover. Well, my friend, quite the game we've had here, huh?
Yeah, at the beginning it was kind of sloppy here. Council Grove actually had a lead, 6-4. And then Rock Creek just kind of found their pace. That's pretty much been the game all day so far.
It has been. So Rock Creek here just in the 3rd quarter alone have scored 23 points. As another jump ball is going to be had. Possession arrow in favor of the Mustangs. We've had a lot of jump balls in this game. We've had a lot of turnovers in this game. It's been an interesting game, but Rock Creek really has been able to turn on the Jets and really turn on their scoring.
Yeah, what a great bounce back game after dropping 1 to Wamego. But at the same time, these Wamego girls, they're really good. But just being able to fight through that adversity and come back today and take a win is kind of a big thing here for Rock Creek as he pops the 3 and makes it. Oh, my God.
Man, look at Harlow Kadavi hit that 3-pointer at the end of the 3rd quarter as the buzzer sounds to extend the lead 61-13. Let's go, Harlow. Freshman coming on in. Showing some, making a difference. So Harlow Kadavi, the 5'9" freshman, coming in getting some good, valuable minutes, as that is going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. 61-13 is going to be the advantage in favor of the Mustangs. We do want to give a big shout out to tonight's coverage. Tonight and all season long, brought to you by Rampage Academy. Rampage Academy helps athletes build strong fundamentals, confidence, and discipline through focused training and development. From sharpening skills to building game-ready habits, Rampage Academy is committed to helping athletes take the next step. They are proud supporters of local USD 323 Rock Creek Mustangs athletic sports and also a proud supporter of Backroads Broadcasting. My friend, it kind of started off slow for Rock Creek. They actually started off pretty aggressively on their full court press. They got a lot of jump balls, a lot of turnovers, a lot of fouls. It was a pretty tight contest in the first quarter, but Rock Creek's been since able to really turn on the Jets. What's your thoughts so far going into the start of the fourth quarter?
Just for Council Grove, the game is really out of reach, but when you're losing by, a handful, it's not about, being disappointed. This is an opportunity where you can try new things, try some different players out, come up with some ideas here of what you, go into the next game. But for Rock Creek here, it's they have the starters back in, actually. So for them, it's just being able to establish what they've been doing all night and just keep on going with that as they play Marysville on Friday. And last time they played Marysville, they dropped, I believe, an 83 bomb on them.
As Lucy Martinez is going to get the steal off of Mallory Wells, go the other way. She's going to throw it off to Kylie Frazee. Frazee over to Pitzer on the left wing. Back down to Martini in the right corner. Over to Freeze, back to Martini. Martini's going to skip. It's going to get tipped by Mallory Wells. Ball's going to hit the ground. They're going to call a travel on Whitland Mullen for Council Grove. She had possession of it, hit the deck, kind of moved a little bit, so they're going to call a travel in favor of Council Grove. Like you mentioned, the starters are back in as they're going to inbound the ball to Frazee. Frazee's going to miss. Going to be rebounded by Pitzer. Pitzer's going to put it up. She's also going to miss. Going to be rebounded by Mallory Wells of Council Grove, going the other way. As a little bit too aggressive of defense from Lucy Martini comes in. She's actually going to commit her fourth personal foul of the game. It's going to be the first of the quarter as we are officially in a running clock. Again, in Kansas, if it's a 40-point advantage after into the fourth quarter, it just becomes a running clock. Minus timeouts. You can still call timeouts, but any possessions that hit out of bounds, anything like that, the clock just keeps on running. As good defense from Riley Freese to get in there, get a hand on it. Almost created a turnover, but it's going to stick with Council Grove. As Council Grove now trying to score here to keep the game rolling and to get some of their players some interesting, to get some valuable minutes.
Yeah. For Council Grove, obviously, it's no way to put a huge loss, but for a team that's struggling like Council Grove, this is an opportunity with, the amount of freshmen you have on the team. Just give them some playing time, see what you can expand on for the next game, next season, on from there. That's pretty much what you could take from games like these.
Absolutely. Well, when you're looking at the actual Council Grove team, Guila Murillo is a senior, 5'6", senior, number 1. Then we also have Mackenzie Grant, Haley Grant, so the twins at 32 and 42, and then also Mallory Wells, number 43. Those are the only seniors on this team. As the starters are going to go out, Rock Creek is going to clear their bench. They're going to bring in Haley Lease, Emma Leiby, Claire Busing, Kendi Whaley, and also they're going to bring in Harlow Kadavi. So some of the youngsters for this Rock Creek team getting some more valuable minutes. Kendi Whaley's been playing great. Emma Leiby, great on defense. She's a scrappy player, fun to watch. Claire Busing, when she comes in, she's been having some pretty good time as well. Haley Lee's got some good early first half time. And then Harlow Kadavi coming in, getting some good valuable time, hitting that three-point buzzer shot at the end of the third quarter as Council Grove is going to put that one up and in. So they got 15 points now, their first basket here in the second quarter. As Lee's going to throw down to Kadavi, down low to Busing. Grant's going to get a hand on it. Busing's going to get it back, save it, throw it over to Kadavi. Over to Lease, over to Leiby, back over to Whaley. Whaley from the right wing, not able to get it, but Claire Busing, good hustle, comes in, grabs the rebound. Mackenzie Grant tried to hang on to that. Can't quite get a handle on the ball. It's going to go out of bounds and stay with Rock Creek.
I was just going to give you guys a little thing for as after this game, Council Grove heads back home to take on McLaugh, which I believe they're the Bulldogs, which that's their logo is the Bulldogs.
Oh, with McLeod?
McLeod, yes.
Yep.
So they'll head back home to take on them on Friday. And the Rock Creek will stay here this week as they take on the Marysville Bulldogs on homecoming night here at the Rock. So that'll be pretty exciting.
Absolutely. Should be a good game on Friday night. So we'll have Tuesday and Friday night back-to-back productions from Backroads Broadcasting and some Rock Creek Mustangs basketball. As a foul right there was called on Maisie Hayes of Council Grove for first personal foul. Harlow Kadavi from the right wing shoots a three, can't quite get that one to drop. Rebounded by Mackenzie Grant going the other way for Council Grove. Whitland Mullen with the right hands. Puts that ball up. That was a great basket from Whitland Mullen. Her second field goal of the game overall. 2, 4, 6, 7th point. So the team's leading scorer for Council Grove has another turnover. This one from Maisie Hayes going the other way. It's a 2-on-3 situation, but Hayes is going to keep it, put it up herself, and she's going to score.
She has 3 points on the night. Yeah. So like I said earlier, when you have freshmen coming in or just younger players coming in to mess around with, they're already on a scoring streak here, something they haven't really had all game.
As Claire Busing gets the ball, throws some big bows, trying to keep it away from the defenders of Council Grove. As Haley Grants can be substituted for Mallory Wells. Under 3 minutes now. Running clock here from the Rock and Flush, America, good old Pottawatomie County, Kansas. If you're one of our friends from beautiful Council Grove, thank you for joining us alongside Backroads Broadcasting for this exclusive coverage of Rock Creek Mustangs athletics. Thank you for making the trip up from beautiful Council Grove to beautiful Flush, America for this great contest tonight. As Claire Busing puts the ball up with the right hand, she can't quite get it to drop. Mallory Wells grabs the rebound, hands it off to Mullen, and it's going the other way in favor of the Lady Braves.
Yeah, stay tuned with us. After this game, we'll have the Rock Creek Mustang boys versus the Council Grove Braves boys.
Mackenzie Grant puts that one up and scores.
Which I believe this will be a very interesting game. For those who didn't keep track of the Rock Creek victory, they absolutely demolished Wamego as the battle for Pottawatomie, I guess we might call that.
For sure.
As Rock Creek won 100-37.
Yeah, absolutely thrashed the Red Raiders in Wamego on Friday nights. We'll see Wamego here
on senior night.
On senior night, the end of the season, coming up here in a few weeks. 40-point advantage now for Rock Creek as we're still with the women's game. So yeah, stay tuned. The #1 team in Class 4A, the 15-0 boys, are going to be up against the 4-11 Braves of Council Grove. It's going to be 15 minutes after the end of the girls' game as Harlow Kadavi on her way to the basket is going to get fouled. They're going to call that foul on. It's going to be on Council Grove's number 14. That is Mia McCormick. McCormick's first foul of the game, first minutes of the game also, as Kadavi's first free throws up and no good.
So I want to give props to for number 23 on Council Grove, Gracie. Man, I'm looking at the wrong thing, sorry.
Are you talking about 23?
Yeah, 23, sorry.
You're talking about Whitland Mullen.
Whitland Mullen, I was looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, she's played the entire game. I don't think she's been subbed out once.
Yeah, the senior, you can see her right there dribbling across. She's been playing some great basketball for Council Grove. One of the hearts and souls of the team without a doubt. 5'4" junior. She's got a big, bright future ahead of her as she goes to the bench. So Whitland Mullen, you can tell, has been one of the driving factors of this team. As the first free throw for Mackenzie Grant is up, and she knocks that one down. As they did call Kaylee Leiby on the foul for Rock Creek. As Leiby's going to take the ball down. She's going to skip ahead to Kadavi. Kadavi throws it down low to Kate Cahoy. Kadavi from the left three, puts it up. No good. Rebounded by Busing. Busing, big bows again. Picked up by Mullen. Mullen going the other way. Mullen is going to, at the buzzer, put that one up, get rejected by Harlow Kadavi. And they're actually going to call a foul on Harlow. We'll see if they actually have her shoots the two. I think they're going to call the game on that one.
It will.
So I just realized Rock Creek didn't score a single point in the fourth quarter.
Oh,
how about that?
That is insane.
As Council Grove scored 10 points. So that's your final score, 61-23. Rock Creek defeats the Lady Braves of Council Grove here on the 3rd of February, a beautiful Tuesday night from Rock Creek High School, Flush America. Once again, big shout out to our presenting sponsor, Rampage Academy. Tonight's coverage, tonight and always, brought to you by Rampage Academy. They help athletes build strong fundamentals, confidence, and discipline through focused training and development, from sharpening skills to building game-ready habits. Rampage Academy is committed to helping athletes take the next step. They are proud supporters of local sports and Backroads Broadcasting. Well, we got 15 minutes on the clock. We're gonna do a little bit of a change up. We're gonna take ourselves a quick little break, and we'll be back, get you primed up, ready to rock and roll as the #1 team in Class 4A, your 15-0 Rock Creek Mustangs boys basketball team is set to square off against the Council Grove Braves, live from the Rock here in Flush, America. We'll be back. You're watching exclusive coverage of USD 323 Rock Creek Mustangs athletics right here on Backroads Broadcasting. welcome back to Rock Creek High School, Flush, America. I'm Tyler Jackson, joined alongside my good buddy, Mr. Xander Dick. Welcome to the Backroads Broadcasting production of USD 323 Rock Creek Mustangs Athletic Sports. As we are now in pregame, brought to you by CR's Tire and Automotive in Wamego. We're excited to have you with us for this matchup between the Rock Creek Mustangs and the Council Grove Braves.
Tyler, these two teams always seem to find a way to play physical, hard-nosed basketball against each other, and tonight should be no different.
Absolutely. This is just one of those games where effort, execution, and toughness are going to match up just as much as talent. Both teams know it's on the line in a league matchup just like this.
When you get into this part of the season, games like tonight can really shape how the team finishes the year, not just in the standings, but in the conference as well.
Absolutely. And before we go any further, tonight's boys pregame show is sponsored by CR's Tire and Automotive, conveniently located in Wamego, South Lincoln Street, just directly across from the bowling alley. If you hit the river, you gone too far, turn back around. Go see Troy and my guys at CR's Tire and Automotive. Whether it's tires, alignments, oil changes, or general auto repair, CR's Tire and Automotive is a name you can trust.
They take pride in honest work, quality services, and keep you safely on the road, and we appreciate their support of local high school sports.
All right, so let's start by taking a look at Rock Creek, sitting at 15-0 on the season. They are the #1 team in Class 4A. This is a team that wants to play fast, but also not reckless. When they're at their best, they're pushing the ball in transition and forcing opponents to defend for a full 32 minutes. Xander talked about this just a little bit ago, but Wamego last Friday, they won 100-37. So far this season, by the numbers, Rock Creek's average margin of victory is 31.9. They have 8 wins by more than 35 points. They have 5 wins of more than 40 points. And last Friday, we did see their highest scoring game of 100.
Defensively, Rock Creek has shut down. They can really lock in. Fewest points allowed this season is 23. They're active, they communicate well, and they're willing to put in the work on the defensive end.
Absolutely, and Council Grove, on the other hand, is a team that doesn't mind slowing the pace downs. They're comfortable in the half court, and they're not afraid to play through contact.
That's where the matchup gets interesting. You've got Rock Creek wanting to speed things up and Council Grove wanting to grind things out.
So with that in mind, let's break down tonight's routes to victory, starting with the Rock Creek Mustangs. Route number 1 for Rock Creek is defensive pressure without fouling. Rock Creek wants to be aggressive defensively, but discipline is key. Making Council Grove earn everything while staying out of foul trouble will be critical.
Council Grove is a team that can capitalize at the free throw line. If Rock Creek can defend hard without sending them there, sorry, I said that, there's a big advantage.
Also, route number 2 is push and transition. When Rock Creek gets stops, they need to turn defense into offense. Quick outlets and smart decisions can lead to easy baskets. And then their third route to victory is they have got to take care of the basketball. A quick reminder, tonight's pregame show is brought to you by CR's Tire and Automotive in Wamego.
For tire sales and rotations to alignments and full automotive service, CR's Tire and Automotive keeps local families rolling safely. Be sure to support the businesses that support local high school sports.
Absolutely. And here in just a couple seconds, we're going to be stepping aside for the playing of the national anthem. When we come back, we'll be doing the routes to victory for Council Grove. And also, we'll be looking at the starters for both the Braves and also the Mustangs ahead of tonight's competition. Once again, thank you to CR's Tire and Automotive, our pregame sponsor. We're going to step aside real quick for a playing of the national anthem. Great job to the singing of the national anthem. It is a copyright strike on YouTube to play the national anthem, believe it or not. Kind of ridiculous, I know, so thank you for hanging out with us. Once again, thank you to CR's Tire and Automotive, our pregame sponsor, as we look at the routes to victory now for Council Grove. Number one, they have to play physical half-court offense. They have to, route number two, perimeter shooting efficiency. And number three, they got to really control the glass. Those extra possessions are huge in games like this tonight. My friend, Mr. Zander, I'm pretty happy to have you alongside us, as that was a beautiful pregame show brought to you by CR's Tire and Automotive in Wamego, your trusted source for tires and auto repair. Don't go anywhere. The opening tip between Rock Creek and Council Grove is coming up here in just a few minutes as we take a quick look at our starting lineups for Rock Creek and also for Council Grove. For the visiting Council Grove Braves, their starters tonight, number 2, we've got Luke Stewart, a 5'9" junior. We also have number 4, David McDiffett, a 5'10" junior. Number 10, Blaise French, one of the only senior on the entire roster. He's a 5'8". He's a 5'8" forward. We also have number 33, Reed Butry, a 6-foot-tall junior. And then down low, the big man down low, number 34, a 6'4" junior. We have Mason Samuels. The Council Grove Braves are coached by Tyler Sisson and assistant coached by Joshua Gantz and also Blake Meyer. Now looking at the Rock Creek Mustangs starting lineup, we have number 0. We've got Gavin Rosa, the 6'4" senior. He had a big he had 5 3-pointers against Wamego on Friday night. He's one of our starters and our point guard. We also have number 1, Peter Martini, the 6'2" senior. Number 2, Ethan Tonzer. He's 6'3". He's also a senior. We've got number 13, a 6'2" junior, in Porter Gill. And then the big man down low having a pretty good season. Number 34, a 6'3" junior. That is going to be Logan Klingenberg. And of course, the Rock Creek Mustangs team is head coached by Justin Smith. Dawson Zinger and Taylor Olson are the assistant coaches. And Zion Bell, the Belldozer, if you remember him from football season, and Lucas Allen are the team managers. Tyler Jackson joined alongside Xander Dick, as this game is brought to you by Rampage Academy. Tonight's sponsor tonight and always, as we are ready for tip-off. We've got Peter Martini going head-to-head with Mason Samuels. Of course, Samuels a 6'4" junior. Peter Martini, though, pretty good wide receiver in football, has the upset. He wins the tip-off. Taken by Portergill, given back over to Martini. Martini pump fakes to his left, hands it off to Klingenberg. Klingenberg to Tonzer. Tonzer over to Gill. Gill pretty good defense against David McDiffett. McDiffett can't quite get it. Gill's able to escape with his left hand, spins back out, throws it to Klingenberg. Klingenberg fakes the 3, throws a floater through the key, puts it up, gets fouled. Not able to convert, but he will go to the free throw line shooting 2, as Council Grove already has their first foul of the game, and that is going to be David McDiffett committing his first personal foul, the first foul for Council Grove.
Yeah, for Rock Creek tonight, got to be aggressive, and I just want to throw it out there. Klingenberg promised me a 20 bomb, so.
Okay.
That's not I throw it out there. So, yeah, for Rock Creek tonight, it's got to be doing what they've been doing all season, is they got to prove that they are the #1 team in 4A and the #3 team in the state of Kansas, so.
As Klingenberg is going to miss the first free throw, but knock down the second half of 2. 1-0. Rock Creek with the early advantage, as pretty good defense as a press is broken by the Braves. They do get it to the offensive side of their scoring half before they set up some plays. So McDiffett tries to throw the ball over to Samuels. It's going to be stolen by Martini. Martini's going to keep it himself with his right hand. He's not going to be able to convert it. He puts it back up. It's stolen away by David McDiffett of the Braves, going the other direction. As a full court press once again is broken. They get the ball over to Samuels. Samuels back over to Stewart. Stewart gives it to McDiffett at the top of the key, as they're going to call some plays. We have a 3-2 defense now for Rock Creek. As they get the ball into Samuels, Samuels skips it over to Blaise French. French from the top post on the right side puts it up, not able to hit it. Samuels goes up for the rebound, picked up by Ethan Tonzer going the other way. Gavin Rosa over to Porter Gill. Gill from the right wing out where it says Mustangs. throws it over to Klingenberg. Klingenberg picks the ball up, gives it off to Tonzer, down to Martini in the right wing with his left hand. No-look pass out to Porter Gill in the left corner. Gill shots off, almost rebounded by Tonzer. He throws it in, trying to knock it off of Blaze French as he's going out of bounds. It's picked up by the Braves and going the other way. Nearly 2 minutes here into the first quarter, still just 1-0 Rock Creek. Both teams playing pretty good defensively, trying to get settled in as the first three-point attempt from David McDiffit is up. No good. Gets his own rebound after it gets knocked around a couple of hands. Good defense from Logan Klingenberg. It's picked up by Martini. Martini's going to throw the ball all the way three-quarter court to the left. It's going to be picked up by Luke Stewart of Council Grove going the other way.
Council Grove playing some really good defense here, and we're going to get a foul here by Rosa, I believe so.
Whatever it was certainly an off-the-ball foul, as the ref is now going to be talking to, and they're going to call that one on nobody. So I think it might have been a shot clock issue, actually, because we never talked to Shane Sieben, the shot clock scorer, as we're underway. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 5.5 on the game clock. Rock Creek, Council Grove. Huge game right here at the Rock in Flush, America. The #1 team in the state against a 4-11 yet scrappy team from Council Grove. As Samuels is going to throw the ball out to McDiffit. McDiffit from the right wing puts up a three and knocks it down.
Great shot there by McDiffit. He makes it.
He shot that over Logan Klingenberg. As Klingenberg on the other end picks the ball up, spins around with his right hand on the right side, puts that one up and scores.
Tied game here.
So that's Klingenberg's third point, but the first field goal of the game for Rock Creek, as there's a miscommunication between Tonzer and Porter Gill. Knocks off basically both of their hands, sails out of bounds, and stays with Council Grove. 3 minutes and 5 seconds in, tied up 3-3. As the ball's inbounded to Samuels. Reed Butry. Butry's gonna put that bar up and score. As quickly the other way now, Martini down to Tonzer, back out to Klingenberg, over to Rosa from the right wing. Rosa's gonna throw it down to Tonzer. Tonzer's gonna put that ball up and he's gonna score.
And I believe we're also gonna get it's gonna be an and one.
Foul on the way to the basket by number 10, Blaze French. So the second team foul now for Council Grove. Pretty good heads-up play. Great pass down low from Rosa from the right wing down to Tonzer, who had a pretty good pick and roll on the way down to the basket. Put the ball up, got the end one. See if he can complete the second half. To complete the end one. Not able to knock down his free throw. That ball is going to be rebounded by Mason Samuels, the 6'4" junior of the Braves, going the other way.
Rock Creek goes straight back to the press.
Reed Butry calling for a pick now. He's going to take the ball down low. He's going to fight. Logan Klingenberg is going to get his hand on it. It's going to sail out of bounds. Out of bounds on Rock Creek. Good defense from Logan Klingenberg. Reed Butry from the right wing took that all the way down to the low post, put the ball up. Klingenberg was able to get a hand on it as it went out of bounds. As the ball gets inbounded now to Mason Samuels. Samuels is going to put that up over Peter Martini, and he's going to score. So Mason Samuels, his first field goal of the game. So quickly to the other side, Porter Gill's going to put that up and score. And a timeout is going to be called. It's going to be a 30-second timeout called by Council Grove. And we'll take a quick break, tied 7-7. As we do want to give a big shout out to our first quarter sponsor, Liming Productions. Just said yes. Liming Productions captures weddings through photography, cinematic films, and wedding day content creation. They do have dates for 2026 and 2027 now open. You can learn more and book at Liming Productions. That's Liming Productions.com, an official broadcast partner of Backroads Broadcasting and USD 323 Rock Creek Mustangs Athletics. As we come out of this 30-second timeouts. 7-7, my friend. What's your thoughts here nearly halfway through the first quarter?
So far, both teams are doing really good. Offensively, they're both scoring when they get the opportunity, and then on defense, it just really hasn't really been there just yet. But obviously, it's still early in the game, so we'll see what team can outscore the other.
Absolutely. It's a full court press once again. It almost gets broken, but Porter Gill comes in to intercept the pass It's going to hit the deck. So it's going to be Gill and McDiffitts. They're going to hit the deck. It's going to result in a jump ball with a possession arrow in favor of the Braves. So it will stay with Council Grove. As the ball is going to be inbounded by Blaze French. He's going to hand the ball off to Luke Stewart. Stewart from the right side getting covered by Gavin Rosa. Throw it back out to the top of the points to French. French back over to McDiffit. McDiffit across court to Blaze French. Back up to David McDiffitts. As Jaden Picolet's seeing his first points of the game. Going to throw the ball over to Blaze French, and there's going to be a shot clock violation called on Council Grove. Couldn't quite penetrate Rock Creek's defense. They couldn't really leave the perimeter, and they just made him pay right there, and that's going to be a turnover on Council Grove and a shot clock violation. 3:28 left here in the first quarter, all tied up 7-7. Porter Gill and Peter Martini are going to bring the ball down as Jackson Pindle comes in for his first minutes of the game. Hands the ball off to Gavin Rosa.
Ooh.
Rosa from the left wing puts up a three and nails it down.
That was a great three right there. It could not have been any more wide.
Great three. As that full court press almost results in a turnover. Council Grove's able to hang on to the ball. They're going to take it over. David McDiffit's going to put that up. They're going to be calling for a foul. The Council Grove faithful wants a foul on that, but Rock Creek has actually stepped on the out-of-bounds line, and so it's going to stick with Council Grove as we're going to be seeing Dylan McDiffit coming into the game. It's going to be his first points of this game.
Great passing going on here by both teams, and then we're going to get a travel.
As a travel is going to be called on McDiffit's. The 5'7" freshman getting his first minutes of the game right here. Got a little too excited on that play, and they did call a travel on him. I'm going the other way now for Rock Creek. Jackson Pindle down low is going to throw it over to Dylan Jones. Jones, his first minutes of the game, is going to put up from the left side and score. So Dylan Jones, a pretty nice player, is going to get some first action tonight as the ball is going to be stolen by Peter Martini. Martini's going to put it up immediately and score. So quick, just like that, back-to-back 4 points for Rock Creek inside of 5 seconds, and they double the score now, 14-7. At one point just a few moments ago, we were tied up 7-7, so Rock Creek's offense starting to finally come alive as we do have, so it's Gavin Rosa, Zeb Brinson's out there, Jackson Pindle, Peter Martini, and also Dylan Jones has a three-pointer from the right corner from Luke Stewart. Stewart's going to get fired up, put up, and scored. So 14-10 now in favor of the Mustangs. As Jones is going to throw it over to Martini. Martini from the right wing is going to put that three up. Going to be rebounded by Pindle. Pindle's going to go up with it. Could have caught a jump ball on that one, honestly. They're going to call a foul instead. So Jackson Pindle's going to go to the free throw line now to shoot 2 free throws.
The foul on number 1 for the Braves.
And Jaden Picolet is going to be the one that they're going to charge out to. The 5'11" junior is going to be called with his first foul of the ball game as Jackson Pindle, the Legatron, the incredible kicker for the football team, goes to the free throw line. He's going to miss the first end. He's going to miss on the front end of the first of 2 shots.
I want to add it on to your Legatron. I've actually seen some videos on Instagram. This man has been putting in the grind, so pretty excited to see him next season.
Put in the grind with kicking balls?
Yes.
Pindle's pretty good at it, and he's a pretty nice little basketball player, too, as he does get the second free throw now, as the full court press is still alive, as Peter Martini is able to get a hand on it. Still going to be picked up by Reed Butry. Butry's going to put up a 3 from the right wing, and he's going to nail that one. So they were able to, Council Grove was able to break that press pretty fast. Butry put up a 3. Now it's 15-13, as Gavin Rosa isn't quite able to hang on to it, but instead of a turnover, we're going to give this to Rosa, down low, out to Zeb Brinson. Brinson bounce pass to the right wing to Dylan Jones, down low to Martini. Martini with his left hand. He's going to throw it over to Brinson. Brinson down low to Jackson Pindle, wide open, puts it up and scores.
Yeah, a lot of passing there can really confuse the defense, and then that's what Rock Creek's really good at.
That was great ball movement as Pindle was going to get a hand on it in this full court press. It was picked up by Butry of Council Grove. It was stolen now by Zeb Brinson, going back right to left, as you see it on your screen, over to Rosa from the left wing, who puts up a 3 and nails it.
God, that was so smooth right there. Rosa just having so much time there to set his 3 and gets the ball.
As Rosa comes in, gets a steal, throws it over to Jackson Pindle, little bit too out of his reach. Pindle not able to get the handle on it. It's picked up by Council Grove and going the other way. So this is Rock Creek basketball right here. This is the stuff that makes Rock Creek pretty potent. It looked like that ball was tipped. They're going to call a backcourt. I disagree with that one. Yeah. But, hey, works out for Rock Creek. That ball was definitely tipped by Porter Gill. But Rock Creek's going to have the ball now. 46 seconds left here in the first quarter as Jones is going to give it to Gill. Gill, between his legs, going to thread the needle, give it off to Jones. Jones, spin move with his left hand, puts it up, not able to score. Pendle right there to put it up. He can't score. Jones, though, third opportunity, puts it up and scores.
Make it 4.
22-13, full court press still underway. Lots of players for Rock Creek getting some minutes here in the first quarter. As Council Grove with the shot clock stopped, trying to get some points as Zeb Brenson puts his hands in the air. He's like, hey, I didn't even touch this guy. They're going to call him for the infraction anyway. They're going to call Zeb Brenson with his first personal foul. That is going to be the first, believe it or not, the first team foul for Rock Creek here in the first quarter. 18 seconds left. Sends Luke Stewart to the line to shoot 2. Stewart's first free throw is going to be up and no good. As Luke Stewart's, the 5'9" junior, comes to the free throw line, he's going to shoot his second attempt. They'll southpaw, the left-hander puts it up and he scores. He's got 4 points here in the first quarter. No shot clock, 15 and ticking for Rock Creek. Gavin Rosa covered against Reed Butry. Going to be calling a play. He's going to throw it over to Klingenberg. Klingenberg's going to take it with his left hand. He's going to put it up with his right. Going to put up a floater. It's going to be missed. Rebounded by Council Grove. They're going to throw it the other way. Butry's going to throw up a shot from the three-point line extended. Not able to make it. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Rock Creek is going to go to the bench with a score of 22-14. Now, as we once again want to give a big shout out to our presenting sponsor. Tonight's coverage is brought to you by Rampage Academy. Rampage Academy helps athletes build strong fundamentals, confidence, and discipline through focused training and development. From sharpening skills to building game-ready habits, Rampage Academy is committed to helping athletes take the next step. They are proud supporters of local USD 323 Rock Creek Mustangs athletics and also Back Rows Broadcasting, our official broadcast partner. My friends, what's your thoughts on the first quarter?
This Council Grove boys team is a lot better than the record says. I mean, coming into the day, 4-13 record, you know, you don't really get in that grasp on, like, you know, like where they stand at. But this team is actually really good. They're really being able to keep up with this Rock Creek team. Mind you, they're keeping up with the #1 team in the state of 4A. And also the number 3 team in the state of Kansas. So for Council Grove to be able to do that, they should be very happy with themselves.
Absolutely. So far, Rock Creek getting lots of minutes from lots of different players on the game tonight. And once they started settling in, you could really see that Rock Creek basketball is officially underway as they were able to get some steals, so making some fast points. They're basically they're playing Rock Creek basketball right now. As Rock Creek does have the ball to start off the second quarter. Rosa over to Klingenberg. Klingenberg wanted the 3 from the right wing, didn't quite, picked up his dribble. Throws over to Porter Gill. Gill back to Klingenberg from the left wing. Gill down low. Klingenberg down low to Gill. Puts that one up and scores.
Gill's first points of the night, getting an assist for Klingenberg.
That was actually the 4 points now for Porter Gill. That was a beautiful pass from Klingenberg to Gill down low. That's such a deadly combination. As on the court we have Martini, Rosa, Tonzer, Gill, and Klingenberg, the original starting lineup for the game tonight. Every once in a while there's a little bit of variation. Tonight has a pretty solid lineup. Justin Smith always dials up a really good starting lineup. As Stewart's going to throw that one over to Butry. Butry's going to fire a 3, miss. Rebounded on the backside to Gavin Rosa, and he's going to push it up. He's going to throw it to Martini on the left side, who's going to hand it off to Gill, back over to Martini. Martini's going to put the ball on the court, throw it over to Rosa, back over to Tonzer. Tonzer back out to Rosa. Rosa out to Gill in the left wing, or in the left corner. Not able to hit that one. They're going to call Peter Martini on it over the back. Martini got a little too close to Blaze French, who went up for the rebounds. So that's going to be Peter Martini's first personal foul. Actually, the second team foul tonight for Rock Creek. So not really any fouls called despite being in a full court press. But it's going to be going the other way in favor of Council Grove.
Yeah, Rock Creek playing some really clean ball. We have not really seen that at all this season for Rock Creek to have these fouls.
So we're going to see a three-point shot from Stewart missed. Quickly up the court to Klingenberg. Klingenberg's going to put that one up, and he's going to score.
Got 5 for Klingenberg.
Yeah, so that's been some pretty good disciplined basketball for Rock Creek tonight. As Butry's going to break the press, put up a shot. It's going to barely hit the right side of the rim. Rebounded by Ethan Tonser over to Porter Gill. Gill with the spin move. Gets knocked out by Blaze French. Picked back up. Klingenberg now through the keys. Going to miss it with his left hand. Peter Martini can't quite get it to convert. It's going to fall on the backside and be rebounded by David McDiffett in favor of Council Grove. As Peter Martini met McDiffett at the half-court line, got close, dangerously close to getting a foul called on him. Thankfully didn't get called. As Stewart's going to fire the ball down low to Butry. Butry's going to try to do something. Gives it out to French. Gives it over to Luke Stewart. Luke Stewart is going to hand the ball off to McDiffett. 7 on the shot clock now for Council Grove. Back over to Stewart. Stewart's going to shoot a three-pointer. It's going to hit the front of the iron. Going to reset the shot clock. He's going to get his own rebounds. He's going to try to fire the ball over to Butry. It's going to be stolen by Ethan Tonser. He's going to give it up to Gavin Rosa. He's going to give it up to Tonser. Tonser's going to shoot a 3, and he's going to nail it.
That could have not been any more chill than that. I mean, sets his feet and fires a beautiful 3.
Man, that was a good turn of events for Rock Creek, as a full court or a full timeout is going to be called now by Council Grove, as we need to go ahead and should we do the shortstop bandit teaser of the game? This game's Bandit Brain Teaser is brought to you by Shortstop. No matter where you're going or how long it takes you to get there, you'll always have time for a shortstop. So tonight's question. So Rock Creek is currently on a tear with a perfect 15-0 record, but they recently reached the mountaintop of the NCKL. In their very first year in the North Central Kansas League last year, the Mustangs went 11-1 to secure the league title. Who did they defeat in their final league game to clinch that historic first NCKL crown? Xander, I'm looking at you on this one. Do you have any idea who they beat last year?
To secure it?
What?
To secure the title?
Yeah, who is it that they beat? Do you know?
Well, I obviously can't tell you the answer yet, but
you have a pretty good idea who it is?
Pretty good idea.
Well,
I know who they lost to. I got to just remember who they. Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah.
All right, well, cool. Well, I'm glad you know. I'll ask you again in the second half where we break out the answer. But once again, this game's Bandit Brain Teaser is brought to you by Shortstop. No matter where you're going or how long it takes you to get there, you'll always have time for a shortstop. Proud sponsor of USD 323 Rock Creek Mustangs Athletics. As we are back underway from the Rock here in Flush, America, beautiful Pottawatomie County, Kansas. If you're from Council Grove, thank you so much for tuning in alongside us. This is Backroads Broadcasting. I'm Tyler Jackson, joined by Mr. Xander Dick. As that ball sailed out of bounds by David McDiffett. He was trying to find Reed Butry. Went out of bounds. It looked like it might have been outs off Council Grove, but the refs did say that was tipped. And so it's going to stay with Council Grove. As the ball is going to be inbounded to McDiffett, who's going to give it over to Butry. Butry being covered by Porter Gill, now being covered by Tonser. Good man-to-man defense now for Rock. Actually, it's a 3-2 defense from Rock Creek. Going to give it off over to Luke Stewart. Stewart's going to fire up a shot with just seconds left on the shot clock. Able to convert, rebounded by Tonser. Tonser to Klingenberg, over to Martini, who's going to find Porter Gill in the right corner. He's going to put up a 3. It's going to rattle in and out. It's going to be rebounded by Reed Butry, going the other way now for Council Grove. 4:25 left, 29-14. Rock Creek with the advantage. Council Grove 4-11 on the season, playing not like a 4-win team. They've been playing Rock Creek pretty closely, considering Rock Creek is the #1 team in 4A and sitting at a perfect 15-0 on the season. As they're just trying to put some points on the board now. As Stewart's going to fire the ball in down low to Butry. There's going to be a little bit of a tie-up between Martini and Butry, and instead of a jump ball, they're going to call Peter Martini on a foul. It's going to be Martini's second personal foul. Second this quarter, only the third team foul for Rock Creek in this game. On the other side, there's only been 3 fouls called total on Council Grove, and those were all in the first quarter. So a low fouling affair is this game that we have tonight. As once again, good, strong, solid defense, and a 3-2 now for Rock Creek. As they try to get the ball down low, Porter Gill's going to get his hands on it. It's going to sail out of bounds, and he's going to stick with the Braves. So Butry trying to find Luke Stewart's as Jaden Picolette was also in the neighborhood as well. As Stewart's going to inbound the ball. He's going to find McDiffit from the right corner, being covered by Peter Martini. He's going to give the ball back off to number 13, Brody Nelson. Going to get over to Luke Stewart. Stewart from the top of the key, now under 10, so they got 5 seconds on the shot clock, and I'm not sure if Council Grove is aware of it, as they're going to throw the ball off into the corner. Before it gets to, there was 1.9 seconds left on the shot clock, and before it even got to that point, Council Grove did throw the ball away, and that is a turnover in favor of the Mustangs.
Get some substitutions in for Rock Creek. Got Brock Lubers, Jackson Pendle, and Dylan Jones.
Brock Lubers getting his first points, getting his first minutes tonight, as Porter Gill is going to do a nice little spin move and double coverage in a nice fader, man. That was one of the shots of the game so far.
That was smooth.
Porter Gill with 6 points on the game. That was, man, that was sweet. That one definitely belongs on a highlight reel for sure. As a three-quarter court defense gets broken, but stifles the Braves nevertheless. So good job by Rock Creek to get that defense out there without fouling. As McDiffit is going to try to find the ball down low to Butry. Butry with his left hand is going to put it up, and he's going to score. It's the first points this quarter for the Braves. They had 14 at the end of the first. Now they have 16 on the board. That's 7 points now for Reed Butry. As Rock Creek quickly to the other end. Jackson Pendle to Rosa, to Jones, down to Gill. Gill from the left corner, dribbles across the lane, gives it off to Rosa. Wanted to put it up, but Rosa is actually going to be called for a charge. David McDiffit's going to take a charge. Gavin Rosa is going to be charged with a foul. It's going to be the third team foul now here in the second quarter for Rock Creek, and Gavin's first personal. 31-16, 2:28 left here in the second quarter. Council Grove with the ball now, trying to get past this three-quarter court press from Rock Creek as Jackson Pendle's out there. They do successfully get the ball across half-court line to David McDiffit. He turns around. The Rock Creek defense settles down as they stay in 2-3 coverage now. Get the ball over to Picolette. Picolette up to Butry. Butry now single digits on the shot clock once again. Council Grove taking a long time to get a shot off. As a three-pointer from the corner now from David McDiffit is put up, and it's scored. His second three-pointer and the game, but quickly to the other end for Rock Creek as Gavin Rosa from the left wing puts up a three. The bottom of the barrel.
I don't even consider that just net. I almost think it just went straight through.
Yeah, that was just like, I mean, he just dropped that into the bottom of the barrel. So he's 3 for 3 on three-pointers tonight. 9 points for Gavin Rosa. That defense, once again, almost created another turnover. It was out of bounds on Rock Creek. It's going to stay with the Braves as we have a couple of substitutions coming in now for the Mustangs. Zeb Brinson comes into the game. Logan Klingenberg comes back into the game. So the lineup is Jones, Brinson, Klingenberg, Lubers, and also Jackson Pendle. As the ball gets inbounded to Logan Klingenberg, he puts the ball up. He gets fouled, and he hits the and one.
And one, man. I mean, can't get any better than that.
As they're going to charge number 15. That is Dylan McDiffit's. That is McDiffit's first personal foul of the game. That's going to be the first team foul for Council Grove here in the second half, as Klingenberg's not able to hit his free throw right there. He is now 1 for 3 on free throws tonight. The way Klingenberg plays, I know he doesn't like that. He's a good, hard-fought player. As on the other end, Butry tries to get the ball snugged down to Mason Samuels. Pendle's going to get his hand on it. Klingenberg's going to pick it up, take it the other way. It's going to get knocked out of bounds by Reed Butry, sticking with the Mustangs.
Council Grove giving Rock Creek a little taste of their own medicine, running some press coming out for these points.
Absolutely. 70 seconds left here in the opening half. 36-19, Rock Creek with a 17-point lead. Lubers tried to dribble down, picked up his dribble, looked for some help, threw it over to Klingenberg, back to Lubers, back to Klingenberg, throws it up, beautiful pass from Pendle over to Jones. Jones can't quite make it, throws out to Klingenberg. Great hustle on a backside rebound by Jackson Pendle. Can't quite keep a handle on it. The ball sails out of bounds and is going to be going the direction of Council Grove. 45.4 seconds left here. Council Grove trying to make something happen here. Trying to get some more points on the board. They've had 2 field goals. They've scored 5 points here in the second quarter. As another cross-court pass almost stolen by Dylan Jones. Goes out of bounds in favor of the Braves. As Dylan McDiffit's going to be substituted now for David McDiffit's. So the law firm of McDiffit and McDiffit. Swapping sides. 30 on the shot clock, 30 on the game clock. There is 15 seconds on the shot clock. Council Grove, they haven't been in a very big hurry to score, as this is yet another possession where they get down to single digits on the shot clock. So we got 5 on the shot clock. McDiffit with the ball. With his right hand, 2 on the shot clock, puts it up. It's an air ball. It was going to be a shot clock violation if Council Grove would have rebounded it. It was rebounded by Jackson Pindle instead. Quickly to Brinson, down low to Lubers. A foul is going to be called on the Braves.
Be on 34.
And they're going to call that actually on Reed Butry, number 33. That's his first personal foul. As we got a couple of substitutions, we have Peter Martini, Ethan Tonzer, Gavin Rosa. So basically the 3-point specialists come in for Rock Creek. 3.9 on the game clock. Shot clock is off. They're going to inbound that to Ethan Tonzer. Off the handle, picks up by Martini. Martini's going to put that up. He can't get it off of 2 attempts. It's a fall. And that is how the period is going to end. So your halftime score from Rock Creek High School here in Flush, America. It's going to be Rock Creek with a score of 36-19. My friend, what's your early thoughts here at the end of the first quarter or the first half for Rock Creek?
These really great teams. These 2 teams are really good. Great. Look, both here looking to win. So far for Council Grove, is keeping this game really close. Been playing the number 1 team in 4A and also the number 3 team in the state of Kansas. Pretty impressive for them.
Absolutely. So Rock Creek scored 14 points. They scored 22 points in the first quarter, 14 points in the second quarter. Council Grove scored 14 points in the first quarter, 19 in the second quarter. So that Rock Creek defense was able to hold them to just 5 points in the entire second quarter. So 36-19 is officially your halftime score. Well, we're going to step aside, take a quick break. We'll be back in about 8 minutes. You're watching exclusive coverage of USD 323 Rock Creek Mustangs Athletics right here on Backroads Broadcasting. Hey, once again, welcome back to the Rock Creek High School, home of the Rock Creek Mustangs, the #1 team in Class 4A, sitting at 15-0 on the season. The halftime score over our friends from Council Grove, the Council Grove Braves, is 36-19. Tyler Jackson joined alongside my man, Mr. Xander Dick, on this exclusive coverage at Backroads Broadcasting. Xander, my friend, how you doing?
Doing pretty good.
As we get the second half underway, Council Grove is going to start with the ball. And look at Logan Klingenberg right there already creating a turnover. They've got that three-quarter court defense going, and it's pretty stifling. It's a really tough defense to break, especially when they do the full court press. You never know who's going to be coming at you. That's one thing about Rock Creek is Gavin Rosa shoots a three. Oh, misses that one. First miss of the game. As this defense from Rock Creek just moves so fast and so hard that sometimes you just don't even know what hit you.
Oh, yeah, including right there, just a little screen, and immediately Gavin Rosa just pops the three. It's one thing that kind of really makes this team really good, just being able to kind of score from anywhere.
Absolutely. As the ball gets back out now to Blaze French. French across the lane, puts a ball up. They're going to call a pushing foul. It's going to be an offensive foul. Looks like they're going to be calling Mason Samuels on this. And they are. It's going to be Mason Samuels' first personal foul. The 6'4" senior, the 6'4" junior getting called with the infraction right there, going the other direction. The Rock Creek Mustangs lineup, we've got Gavin Rosa. We've got Logan Klingenberg, who's got the ball now on the left wing, puts it up, hits the three, buries it.
Make it 10.
Porter Gill, Peter Martini, and Ethan Tonzer. The original starting lineup rounds out the lineup out there as Klingenberg having a pretty good game so far. 1 for 3 from the free throw stripe. Knowing the competitive player he is, you know he doesn't like that. But so far, a great night tonight for Rock Creek. 39-19, 20-point advantage. 6:45 left here in the third quarter. Defense been playing pretty well as the ball gets fired down by Butry. Klingenberg comes in and says, no, sir. No, sir.
That was a swat away.
That was a beautiful swat away and good, clean, all-ball foul. So I really enjoy watching Logan Klingenberg play. When this kid gets, let's see, he's just a junior. Hopefully he keeps on growing. Next year's senior season keeps on just being a nice player. As Gavin Rosa had some good defense in the face of Luke Stewart. Shot an air ball, rebounded on the backside by Rock Creek, going the other way. Tonzer throws it out to Porter Gill from the right wing, puts up a three. It's going to be a miss. Good defense by Peter Martini to come in there and grab the steal, or grab the rebound. Gives out to Klingenberg. Klingenberg tried to throw it to Martini, hit the side of the backboard. Picked up by David McDiffett of Council Grove. Blaze French from the left wing throws up a three. Backside rebound to Klingenberg, going the other way. As they throw the ball way ahead to Ethan Tonzer. Tonzer puts it up and scores.
Make it 5 for Tonzer.
As that three-quarter court defense continues once again for Rock Creek. Again, it's that full court press that makes them so tough. They switch in between zone. They switch in between man coverage. And when they do that, they're pretty tough to play no matter what they do. As they're playing a 3-2 defense right now. Good backside help from Peter Martini. Gets his hand in there. Three-point attempt from McDiffett. Falls backwards. Rebounded by Klingenberg. Pushes it ahead to Rosa. Rosa to Ethan Tonzer. Tonzer almost had a pretty good move to the basket on the left side with his left hand. Couldn't quite get that to convert. It's picked up by Council Grove, and it's going the other way.
I would say there would have been a really good basket. Just kind of behind the back kind of score there, but unfortunately wasn't able to get it.
Butry skips the ball to McDiffett across the court. He throws it down to Mason Samuels. Samuels, by far the tallest player on the courts. Put the ball up. Couldn't quite convert, but he does get fouled by Gavin Rosa, as that's Gavin's second personal foul. First team foul here in the third quarter, as Mason Samuels is going to the free throw line now to shoot 2. First shot is up. Nothing but nets.
Make it 3 for him.
As when McDiffett comes in for another, David McDiffett is substituted by Dylan McDiffett. As Samuel's second shot is up, too strong, hits the back of the iron. Rebounded by Gavin Rosa and going the other way. Rosa to Tonzer, Tonzer to Porter Gill on the right wing. Skip pass across court to the left side to Klingenberg, who shoots a three. They're going to call a, looks like they're going to call a foul on number two. That's going to be Luke Stewart's.
His first foul. Everyone here's got one foul. Stewart, McDiffit, French, Buttrin, Samuels.
All the fouls.
No, all have only one foul.
Porter Gill now with his left hand, throws out to Klingenberg at the left wing. Klingenberg through the lane, puts up a floater, scores.
Klingenberg with 12, only 8 more away from making it 20.
As the press gets broken, Jaden Picklett had to basically put up had to survive on that one. Rock Creek's Council Grove's gonna score going the other way.
French getting his first points of the night for the Braves.
As Ethan Tonzer tried to go for the rebound, almost had a dunk. It was picked back up by Klingenberg. Klingenberg throws that one up, and he scores. That three-quarter court press, once again, tough to break. A lot of pressure on this Braves team. As it's now 45-22, and a timeout is going to be called by head coach Tyler Sisson of the Rock Creek, or of the Council Grove Braves. And that's going to be a full timeout as we go to our sponsor sheets. We do want to give a big shout out to our good friends at Roach Media Group. Real estate shouldn't be a headache. With Roach Media Group, you get 24/7 online booking and play at close financing options. They offer high-end media, seamless service, and also local expertise. Secure your shoot today at Roach, R-O-C-H, mediagroup.com, an official broadcast partner. We also want to give a big shout out to our friends at Westy Fit Zone. Westy Fit Zone is committed to your fitness journey from beginner to athletes. They are open 24/7. Your best life starts here. Visit westyfitszone.com. So, Xander, my friends, the story of the third quarter right here is Rock Creek's already came out and got 9 points here in this period, as opposed to just one free throw for one field goal and then one free throw to the 3 points of Council Grove.
Yeah, for this Rock Creek team, they've just been doing what they're doing, in other words, having fun for them. Council Grove, that's getting kind of frustrated here, is this press has just been really suffocating for them.
It really has been. I mean, and then even just double teams. As you can see right here, Jackson Pendle and Peter Martini double team and David McDiffit. McDiffit throws it over to Butry, same double team. Back again. Looks like a 2-3 zone right here with good hustle on the twos between Martini and also Pendle, but a three is going to be shot and knocked down.
Usually night number 1.
That's going to be scored by Jaden Picklett, his first points here in the second half. As Jackson Pendle is going to be streaking across the lane, he's going to put that up and score.
Get 5.
So great assist from Zeb Brinson, and assisting Jackson Pendle. Pendle streaking across the lane, found open by Zeb Brinson, and puts it up and scores. So Rock Creek able to match Council Grove almost instantly after Council Grove scores that 3. Council Grove in the first half, they got their shot clock down to single digits quite a few times. As we're just about to see that once again, they're at 10, they're at 9 now. So another possession that Council Grove hasn't really had too much hurry up with. As a three-point attempt from McDiffit is off. It's going to be thrown up courts. Great pass from Jackson Pendle over to Dylan Jones. Jones is going to put that up and score.
Make it 6 for Jones.
That is what makes Rock Creek so tough, is those plays. As Peter Martini gets a steal right here. Martini to Jones. Jones throws a floater up, not able to score. Martini's going to grab it on the backside, put it up, miss, put it back up, but he's going to get fouled on the way up the second time.
They're going to call it on the floor instead of a shooting foul.
So they're going to call that on David McDiffit, his second personal foul. It's going to be the third team foul for Council Grove here in the third quarter.
So first player for Council Grove, they actually have 2 or more than one foul on them, as the fouls have kind of been spread out between all the players.
As the ball's going to be inbounded Martini threatens from the top of the point. He's going to instead take it down low from the lower blocks. Just a nice little kiss off the glass, and he's going to score.
They get 4 for Martini.
Martini's first points here in the second half as the full court press stifling yet once again. Jackson Pinto gets his hand on it. It does sail out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Braves. But so far, 15 points scored here in the third quarter for Rock Creek, as opposed to 6 points for Council Grove. 51-25. The double has been, the score for Council Grove has been doubled once again. 51-25. 90 seconds left here in the third quarter. McDiffit over to Stewart. Stewart back outs. Throws the ball over to Jaden Piglitz. As the ball is going to hit the deck. Just single digits on the shot clock yet once again. Going the other way in favor of the Mustangs. Klingenberg over to Brinson. Brinson takes it into the lane but throws it out to Jones for 3. Jones' shot is going to be up. They're going to miss that one, but they're going to be calling an over-the-back foul. They're going to call that one on Mason Samuels, I believe.
Yeah, I believe so. They do.
And that's going to be his second personal foul. The 6'4" junior getting called with the over-the-back. It was a on-the-floor foul, so it's going to stick with Rock Creek from the floor as Gill's going to inbound the ball to Brinson at the left wing. Brinson's going to take this one straight to the rack, put it up and 1.
Insane by Zeb Brinson. Make that 2, his first points of the night, but man, what a drive. Be on number 1, the foul. That'll be on Picolette, which will be his second foul.
Man, that was a beautiful play by Zeb Brinson. The possession before that, he had done that same thing, but he kicked the ball back out to Dylan Jones. This time he kept the ball himself, took it in, got the and 1, and he completed the and 1 by knocking down his free throw. So 3 points tonight for Zeb Brinson. Officially 1 minute left here in the third quarter, 54-25. Rock Creek, the number 1 team in Class 4A, number 3 in the state of Kansas, sitting at 15-0, has a commanding 29-point lead over the visiting Council Grove Braves. As the ball gets kicked, knocked out of bounds, it's going to stick with Council Grove. That defense for Rock Creek, they've been playing man. They go to zone, 2-3 zone, 3-2 zone, 3-quarter court press. They've had a full court press. It's been the story. You know, they've been able to score points, but man, their defense tonight has been outstanding.
Yeah, for Rock Creek, that's really impressive for them.
As you can see, Dylan Jones getting his hand on it. They're going to call a reaching foul as he's going to get around, knock the ball out that was attempted for Mason Samuels, but they're going to say he held him on the way around him. And so it's going to be Dylan Jones' first personal foul. It's going to be the second team foul for Rock Creek here in the quarters, where we are at 36 seconds left. 36 on the game clock, 35 on the shot clock. So 1 second difference between the two. As the ball is going to be inbounded to Samuels, who's going to hand off to Butry. Butry's been having a pretty good game. 7 points, the leading scorer for Council Grove. He's going to hand off to David McDiffit. He's going to hand the ball off now to Butry. Back over to McDiffit's. 20 on the game clock. Again, just 1 second separates the game clock from the shot clock. 15 on the shot clock. As he's going to throw this ball out to Blaze French. 3-point attempt. It's going to miss. Picked up by Brinson. Throws it all the way up the court to Klingenberg, who's going to take it in and score.
He gets 16 for Klingenberg.
9 points alone here in the second half, as they're going to call an offensive foul on number 33, Reed Butry. Jackson Pinto was stationary, got a push-off foul, and so they're going to call that one on Butry, his second team foul. 0.3 of a second left here in the third quarter. See if there's enough time for Rock Creek to be able to get a shot attempt off. As Gill's going to inbound the ball to Klingenberg. Klingenberg's going to throw up a 3. A little bit short. It was right on line, not enough muscle, and that's going to fall. And it's going to be the end of the third quarter. 56-25 is going to be the score, as Rock Creek all business here in the third quarter in the second half. They scored 20 points in the third quarter over the 6 points for Council Grove to extend their lead to a 31-point margin. My friend, after the end of 3, what's your thoughts on this game?
Just off tonight, this is the reason why Rock Creek is ranked so high, is because of the execution. I mean, very few mistakes, and that's what makes great teams better, is because, you know, mistakes what kills great teams. And Rock Creek is not a great team. They're the best team. because they minimize mistakes and capitalize on opportunities. And so for Rock Creek to do that, that is why why they are one of the best teams in the state of Kansas. And
I mean, if you look at it, so they've been playing full quarter press. They've been doing 3/4 court press. They've been playing aggressive defense in the defensive zone. Throughout the whole entire game, through 3 quarters, they only have 6 total fouls charged against them. So 2 for Rosa, 2 for Peter Martini, 1 for Zeb Brinson, and 1 for Dylan Jones. That's all 6 fouls for Rock Creek, as the possession arrow does favor the Mustangs, where they'll start off first down and 10 to start off this 4th quarter.
First down and 10 is crazy.
As Klingenberg hands it off to Martini. Martini picks up his dribble, needs some help, throws it over to Gill. Gill almost didn't have the handle on it, able to rebound it. Pick back up, give it over to Klingenberg, over to Martini, over to Porter Gill on the right wing. Back up top to Ethan Tonzer, who gives it off to Martini, who throws it back down low to Tonzer, puts it up and scores.
Good job there by Tonzer, make it 7 on the night for him.
That was a beautiful team possession right there. So you got 4 of the 5 players with their hands on the ball and getting maximum ball movements, and then finishing at the glass at the very end.
Klingenberg leads the team with 16 points.
As a 2-3 defense, yet once again, the yo-yo down low is Peter Martini. He's up against Logan Samuels. Samuels has the height advantage. Logan Samuels, a junior, standing at 6'4", but Peter Martini still has some ups himself. So Peter Martini, the down low yo-yo on that 2-3 defense. A foul's gonna be called on Rock Creek. That's gonna be on Gavin Rosa, who's away from the ball. It's his 3rd personal foul. It is gonna actually send Luke Stewart to the line, where he's gonna be shooting 2 free throws. First shot hits the front of the iron, drops, and doesn't make it. As a substitution for Council Grove now, Jaden Piccolet's going to come in now for Reed Butry. Butry, the leading scorer for Council Grove.
It was 7, just 1 above number 4, McDiffit.
As the second free throw for Luke Stewart goes up and is no good. Ball rolls out of bounds in favor of the Mustangs. So the original starting lineups out there for the Mustangs here in the 4th quarter. As Porter Gill gets the ball from Peter Martini. Gill drives across the lane with his left hand, takes it straight to the basket and scores.
They get 8 for him.
That was a great play by Porter Gill. He could have kicked it out, but it was just actually better for him to just take it straight to the rack. He got it to finish and scored. 60-25 now. Rock Creek commanding lead here in the 4th quarter with 6 minutes left from Flush America. The 2-3 zone defense still continues. Klingenberg and Porter Gill are up top. You have Ethan Tonzer now as a yo-yo in the middle, covering Logan Samuels. Samuels been pretty quiet tonight. For a 6'4" junior, one of the taller players I've seen all season, he only has 3 points. He puts that shot up, misses it, and is going to be going to the free throw line to shoot 2. They're actually going to be charging Gavin Rosa with that foul, so that's going to be Rosa's 4th personal foul. It's going to be the 2nd team foul here in the 4th quarter for the Mustangs. As Mason Samuels 1 for 2 on free throws tonight. Goes to the line. First shot is up. It's nothing but nets.
Make it 4.
60-26, quite the advantage for Rock Creek, as we are looking at a running clock now from here on out, as Mason Samuels hits both of those free throws right there. So he's 3 for 4 on free throws tonight. Quickly the other way. Porter Gill with his left hand switching over to his right, puts the ball up, converts. Klingenberg gets his hands on it, gives it to Tonzer. Tonzer out to Martini. Martini shots up, off, misses it. Klingenberg can't get a handle on it. It's picked up by Blaze French going the other way. Gavin Rosa, a little bit too tight a defense along the sideline. He had his hands in the air, but he kind of pushed his mans out of bounds. And that is going to be Gavin Rosa fouling out of this contest. That is going to be Gavin Rosa's 5th personal foul. He goes to the bench. 9 points on this game tonight, as Coach Justin Smith empties the bench.
Oh, we got Kerr. Oh my gosh, how did I not see this?
In favor of, let's see, we've got Zeb Brinson, Dylan Jones, Brock Lubers, and also Curtis Martini, the twin brother to Peter Martini. He was the lucky one that scored the 100th point against Wamego on Friday night.
The last 5, actually.
Oh, he scored the last 5. That's cool.
Shame.
As he gets a hand on that good defensive steal, Curtis Martini picked up by Brinson the other way. Brinson's going to keep it himself. They're going to call it a floor foul, but they're going to call that foul, it looks like, on David McDiffit's. And that is who it is going to be on. So McDiffit's 3rd personal foul. It's kind of funny. So my niece, Brooklyn Dye, she loves it when I name drop her on these broadcasts, is a senior here at Rock Creek. I found out that her prom date is Curtis Martini. How cool is that?
Wow, that's insane.
Isn't that funny?
Hurt playing ball, bro.
Yeah. As another steal now for Rock Creek, going the other way. Dylan Jones keeping himself. Ooh, see, that's where Logan Samuels standing at 6'4", where his height comes into an advantage. He's been held quiet tonight by Peter Martini, by Ethan Tonja, the guys with ups for Rock Creek, but he does swat that ball out of bounds. It's going to stick with the Mustangs, and Dylan Jones is going to be inbounding the ball for Rock Creek. Running clock here in the fourth quarter, 3:12 on the scoreboard. Brock Lubers with the fadeaway shot, gets it to go. That was Purdy.
Making his first points of the night.
Only way you can really describe that was just dang Purdy is what that was.
A good fadeaway shot, I mean.
Beautiful fadeaway shots. As we're still in we're actually in man-to-man coverage now. As Lubers goes out, tries to prevent the shot from Luke Stewart. Stewart's three-point attempt falls no good. Picked up by Dylan Jones and going the other way. Zeb Brinson threads the needle, throws it back out to Portergill, over to Jackson Piddle, down low to Lubers. Lubers with his right hand puts it up, can't quite get it. Curtis Martini tries to get the ball, tries to get the handle on it, can't quite. Drops out of bounds, and it's out of bounds on Rock Creek going the other way.
I was praying for Kurt there. Still 2:20 left in this game, so very possible.
62-27 all Rock Creek all night. I mean, Council Grove they stymied him a little bit in the first quarter, not gonna lie.
Ooh, number one.
As a three-point attempt, his second three-pointer of the game, it gets put up by Jaden Picolettes. First field goal for Council Grove here in the fourth quarter, as Brock Lubers now putting up back-to-back boards for Rock Creek. 4 points now for Brock Lubers. 64-30, 34-point advantage for the Mustangs over the Braves. If you missed the girls' game earlier, they did win 61-23, 64-30 in this game. So both contests pretty close for both Rock Creek and also for Council Grove in their big wins. 90 seconds on the game clock. Council Grove just moving the ball around, trying to score here. 3 on the shot clock, puts it up. Can't quite get it to hit the iron. Picked up by Zeb Brinson, throws it ahead to Dylan Jones. Jones wanted to put it up, didn't get a handle on it. Comes back out to reset, gets knocked over by David McDiffit, going the other way by the other McDiffit, Dylan McDiffit. This Dylan McDiffit puts it up. It's going to be a block, I think. It's going to be on Dylan Jones. Oh, it's going to be on Brock Lubers.
His first foul.
1 minute on the game clock and running. Again, it's a running clock, so unless there's a timeout called, there's nothing that stops that train coming. As we're going to be having the first free throw from Dylan McDiffit up. He's going to nail that one. His first points of the game. As we're going to be seeing some youngsters coming in now. We've got number 5 coming in. That's going to be Levi Tonzer. Then we have number 21. That's going to be Tate Smith. And then do we have number 22? Yep. Then we got Luke Smith coming in.
Got RB number 2 out there.
To play the final seconds of this game. As the second free throw from Dylan McDiffit is good. Rock Creek now with the ball. 20 seconds on the game clock. Tate Smith throws it over to Levi Tonzer, back over to Luke Smith. Down low to Lubers, back out to Tate. Over to Levi Tonzer, picked up by Curtis Martini, back out to Lubers. Lubers is going to shoot a 3. He's going to miss it. There's going to be a hack called going the other way. I think Curtis Martini is going to be called with that. But it doesn't really matter because that is going to be the end of the ball game. That is going to be your final score from right here in Rock America. 64-32 is going to be your final score. So Rock Creek literally doubles up their opponent in the Council Grove Braves tonight's 32-point victory for the number 1 team in Class 4A as they now move on to 16-0 on the season as they get one step closer to getting themselves an NCKL victory or an NCKL championship for the second time. And before we go away, we never did break out the Bandit Brain teaser of the boys game, the answer for it. But the Bandit Brain teaser is brought to you, of course, by Shortstop. No matter where you're going or how long it takes you to get there, you'll always have time for a shortstop. So Rock Creek is currently on a tear with a perfect 16-0 record now. But they recently reached the mountaintop in the NCKL last season in their very first year in the North Central Kansas League. The Mustangs win 11-1 to secure the league title. Who did they defeat in their final league game to clinch that historic first NCKL crown?
And people are going to
Xander,
know
who
this.
was it?
They did not just beat them once. They did not just beat them twice. They beat them 3 times, and it is the Abilene Cowboys.
Attaboy. Yeah, that win over Abilene was a revenge game. Abilene had handed them their only league loss earlier in the year. It set the stage for their massive postseason run where, of course, they eventually finished as the Class 4A state runners-up last year in a great championship game, a great tournament, just a fun postseason for Rock Creek. They lost to McPherson in the state championship game, and they still haven't slowed down, entering the game on a 16-game winning streak now, or they won this game with a 16-game winning streak, averaging nearly 70 points a game as they scored 64 points tonight. And that is going to be your shortstop bandit brain teaser. No matter where you're going or how long it takes you to get there, you always have time for a shortstop. My friend, 64-32, quite literally, Rock Creek doubled Council Grove in this game. First quarter, Rock Creek had 22 points to Council Grove's 14, so it was a pretty tight contest at the end of the first quarter. Like, Council Grove did a pretty good job, especially breaking that full court press. But then Rock Creek was able to limit Council Grove to just 5 points scored in the second half as opposed to their 14, so it was 36-19 at halftime, 56-25 at the end of the third quarter with the final score of 64-32. So after a little bit of a start in the first quarter, it was all Rock Creek all night long.
Yeah, this Rock Creek team, they really look good. This game, it was a little bit of a fight, but for Rock Creek, it's one of those games that brings you back down to earth after absolutely demolishing the rival Wamego as they move on to play Marysville, the Bulldogs, on Friday on homecoming night. Will be basketball homecoming night or winter formal, whatever you want to.
Yeah, absolutely. And just looking at the scoring leaders for Rock Creek, the leader tonight was Logan Klingenberg, 16 points for Logan. We did have Gavin Rosa. He had a pair of threes in the first quarter and a three-pointer in the second quarter. That was all his scoring as he would eventually foul out of the game, but he did finish with 9 points. Peter Martina, great on the defensive front, finished the game with 4 points. Ethan Tonzer had 8. Zeb Brinson had 3. 6 points for Dylan Jones, 8 points for Porter Gill, 5 points for Jackson Pendle, and then rounding out the scoring for Rock Creek, Brock Lubers having a pair of field goals in the fourth quarter, giving him a total of 4 points, and that's your 64-point breakdown for the number 1 team in Class 4A, moving to 16-0 on the season. It's been a fun season so far, my friend, and I know we've got tons more of great action on the way.
We got 3 more home games left before we bust into the sub-state tournament, which based off of what we're seeing, Rock Creek will 100% be hosting.
Oh, absolutely. And also just like looking at the calendar, so of course coming up this Friday night, like Xander had mentioned, we are at home here against Marysville. We'll be back again on February the 20th at home against Clay Center, and then we'll wrap up the regular season on the 24th of February. So coming up here in 3 weeks from tonight, here at home against the rivals, the Battle of Pottawatomie County Part 3, if you include football even.
Yeah.
Going for the season sweep against the Red Raiders as we do finish off here against Wamego. Backroads Broadcasting will have it the full way. If we go to the playoffs, go to the state championship game, the whole 9 yards, Backroads Broadcasting will be with Rock Creek, both the girls and the boys team, the whole entire way. Big shout out to our presenting sponsor. Big thank you, of course, to Rampage Academy. Rampage Academy tonight and all season long has been our presenting sponsor. Rampage Academy helps athletes build strong fundamentals, confidence, and discipline through focused training and developments, from sharpening skills to building game-ready habits. Rampage Academy is committed to helping athletes take the next step. They are proud supporters of local USD 323 Rock Creek Mustangs athletics and also Backroads Broadcasting. Big thank you to Westy Fit Zone, westyfitzone.com. They're open 24/7. Big thank you to Liming Productions. They're now booking 2026 and 2027 weddings. Secure your date at Liming. That's Liming Productions.com. Big thank you to Roach Media Group as well. High-end media, seamless service, local expertise. Secure your photo shoot at Roche, R-O-C-H-E, mediagroup.com. Big thank you to Farmers State Bank. Thank you to Shortstop. Thank you to CR's Tire and Automotive for being our pregame sponsor. And then, of course, thank you to Manhattan City Lifestyle Magazine, the Manhattan's Magazine, the official, let's see, what do I like to call it? The official timekeeper of the Queen City of the Flint Hills. That's what we are. You can find more, read the whole thing at citylifestyle.com/Manhattan. For our director, Cody Liming, for our executive producer, Mr. Cody Roach, for Xander Dick, my good old high school senior right here. My friend, it's been fun doing sports with you all season long.
I know it's been pretty exciting, and I feel like we're just getting into it. I mean, we're about to possibly head into probably the best Rock Creek basketball season we'll probably ever see, and I think it's pretty ironic that it's my senior season and everything happens to be falling in line.
It's made just for you, baby.
I know.
The good Lord dialed up a good one just for you.
I know, and I think it's kind of sad, too, because once this year comes to an end, it will be a very, very, very long time before the success that we're having now will happen once again.
I don't know. Rock Creek has a culture being built up, and, there's a handful of seniors, but also, I mean, look at the girls' squad. There's not a single senior on the squad.
No, the girls have some depth on them for next year, assuming some of them stay around for basketball. But who knows? Some may, be focused on volleyball or softball. But yeah, got a lot of great stars upcoming. Pretty excited to see. And
yep.
I got a request actually to come back next year from a fellow person that I know.
Well, Rock Creek's been a pipeline for a while, and I don't see it slowing down anytime soon in any sport, which is a good thing. It's a great thing, actually.
Great thing to see.
All right, well, we're out of here. We'll see you again on Friday nights. Girls game at 6, the boys game to follow against Marysville. For the law firm of Cody and Cody, for Xander Dick, I'm Tyler Jackson. See you on Friday. You've been watching exclusive coverage of USD 323 Rock Creek Mustangs Athletics right here on Backroads Broadcasting. We have to go, but we'll BRB.